the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get away with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
It's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode...
Do it live!
Oh, shit.
Our guest,
927. Yeah, there's another window covering up our guest. Let me get that out of the way. It's a surprise, everyone. You have no idea who it is.
It's a good surprise.
No, it's Brad Jones. Welcome back, Brad. We appreciate you joining us once again.
Of course. I was appreciating the picture of the markers that were up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a live feed of the desk in front of us. I'm glad my crack pipe wasn't sitting there.
Right? For a second, I was like, oh, crap, did I tilt my laptop or something? And it's from
Yeah.
the TV tray that...
Yeah, I thought maybe you had an incident, and I was like, wait, no, that's right in front of us. I'm like looking at the markers right now. It's very, very odd. Is this a Matrix reference?
It is. No, it's not.
Oh,
I did see the trailer today, though.
I haven't watched it.
I have it on queue here, so we can check that out. We have a few others. We may even have a film that you might be in, right? Like a documentary, so you're not in the whole thing.
Yeah, obviously,
But-
it's not all about my life.
Yeah. You know what? I wanted to play the Steve from Blue's Clues thing. I saw everybody freaking out about it because the guy from Blue's Clues came back. I was too old to watch Blue's Clues, so I don't get the nostalgia and why people are freaking out about it, but I guess it's cool.
Yeah, I want them to resurrect Captain Kangaroo and make me feel good again.
Wasn't there rumors that he had like died or something, or
Steve from Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
I think there was some very untrue rumors.
unsavory?
There was a lot of stuff I heard about him. Like that's the thing. When he left a void. Like there were others that came after him to watch after Blue. Blue never died, right? Like there was never an episode.
Dogs never die.
Okay,
I want to
good.
say that now.
I never watched anyways, so I wouldn't know. Like is it the ninth Blue?
Dogs are immortal. In our hearts.
I saw that clip too, and I was the same way. I was like, well, this is way past my time. Like, I never saw a whole episode of Blue's Clues, so when that clip was floating around, I didn't know it was a new clip. I just thought it was someone posting up something old, like, oh, 20 years ago, Steve did this.
When I first saw it, I thought he looked kind of sickly, and I'm like, because people were like spamming the I'm crying emoji, but they were just nostalgically crying.
Yeah, they were crying because they didn't have good parents,
But
so
I
they were
thought at
raised by
first,
television.
I'm like, he's coming back to tell everyone he's sick? Like, what's going on?
No, he's old. He's like,
How old is he?
Well, he's 20 years ago is when that show debuted, I guess.
He's 87 now.
Whoa,
It
okay,
was
he looks
that
good.
long ago.
He is 87 in dog years, confirmed.
I guess there were rumors that he died in a car accident or something similar to that. And I remember hearing that back in the day, and I never believed that kind of stuff, even before you could look anything up on the internet.
Back when everybody thought Ultimate Warrior died before Ultimate Warrior died.
Yeah, we had a Rally's commercial that was really popular when I was in elementary school, and it was like this teenage guy working at a Rally's, being like cha-ching, like he would say cha-ching after he rang everybody up, and it was popular. And I remember hearing rumors all around my school. Oh, yeah, do you remember the cha-ching kid? He's dead. He died. And there was all these rumors of how he died. And if you go back and watch it, it's Seth Green.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like that Steve has the same rumor mill as like Mikey from the Kicks commercials.
Yeah.
Where it's like, did he die? Is he in prison?
Yeah. I remember. He likes it.
Mikey was from the Life commercial, right?
No, no.
Or was it Kicks?
It was Kicks, I
It was
think.
Kicks, I think.
Huh, I thought Mikey was the Life cereal
don't-
kid.
I think that was slightly before my time, but I remember my mom talking about
I
that.
don't know. Kicks were good. Life was good. I don't know. Like I could confuse the two.
Life was good.
Life
back in
was
the
good.
Mikey.
Life was good when it came out of a box. Now I'm just waiting until they put me in one.
Here's the Blues Clues video.
Hi. You got a second? Okay.
Didn't he go join like a punk band or something?
He looks like Tom Morello almost.
Yeah, or like he was a front man for a Presidents of the United States cover band.
Oh
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, when did Moby take over Blues?
Younger, we used to run around and hang out with Blue and find clues and talk to Mr. Salt, freak out about the mail and do all the fun stuff. And then one day I was like,
And then one
oh, hey,
day they
guess what?
showed
Big
Two
news.
Girls, One
I'm
Cup,
leaving.
and the internet changed. Kids grew up that day. It was about that
This
time
is
he
my
left,
brother
I
Joe.
think.
He's your new best friend. And then I got on a bus and I left. And we didn't see each other for like a really long time.
A
Can we
really
just
long time.
talk about that?
What? He got on a bus?
He's like, can we just talk about that? You guys technically owe me money. It's been accruing over
Joined
the
the
last.
gang. I moved to Chicago.
He doesn't have any hair under that hat, does he? What type of gang did he join?
That's what threw me off when I saw, because I know he's got like I think he's got like a shaved head now or something. So when I saw the hat, I was like, oh, is this like an old clip or something that people are passing around?
I just want to confirm he didn't join a skinhead gang.
Look at his prison rap sheet.
Yeah.
He's straight edge though, so
This is the prison uniform at the weirdest prison ever.
Yeah.
it's not that different than Freddy Krueger's stripes, right?
Those are red and green, I think.
Yeah.
Like dark green.
A little more Christmassy. This is a little more elf.
Great. Because
Great.
I realized that was kind of abrupt.
It was a dick move.
I just kind of got up and went to college. And that was really challenging, by the way, but great
I dropped out.
because I got to use my mind and take a step at a time. And now I
He did
literally am doing
psychedelics.
many of the things.
He discovered acid.
He's over
Yeah.
here talking about DMT. That's why he was talking to that dog.
I found so many clues that day.
Oh no.
That is basically what I remember from going to college. I remember like
Talking to a blue cartoon dog?
yes.
Yes.
And working on campus. The whole education part, I don't remember any of that.
I tried college for a year and a half and just drank 80%
Yep.
of those years.
Yep.
Do. And then look at you, and look at all you have done, and all you have accomplished
not
in all that
much.
time. And it's just so amazing, right?
Let's start
mean-
this week off with a tip train.
Tip train, thank you. Thank you.
First clue.
yeah,
we
that's
started
our
out with
first clue.
clues, and now it's what? Student loans,
Depressing.
and jobs, and families, and some of it has been kind of hard.
Is he complaining?
Teaching your 2-year-old about student loans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is he throwing in the student loans because he went to college but he can't pay them off?
Probably.
Is that why?
He's just talking to like everybody right now who's about to lose their house because of the COVID moratorium being lifted.
He said he took a bus when he quit his job, so they must have not have paid him very well, or he pissed it all away.
Unless he got on a tour bus with like Motley Crue.
He didn't. He went to college. Can't go on tour with Motley Crue and go to college at the same
I'm
time.
sure they stopped by a couple.
Unless he
colleges.
went to like University of Phoenix online or something.
I wouldn't put it past him. Steve's crazy.
It was very expensive to feed Blue. He ate up all that money quite fast.
Yeah, did he sell Blue to the new guy for drugs? Like, what's the story behind that?
Blue is a drug mule dog.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know,
Oh boy.
I know you know. And I wanted to tell you that I really couldn't have done all of that without your help.
I didn't do anything.
And
Yeah.
in fact, all the help that you helped me with when we were younger is still helping me today, right now.
He's getting like
that's super
royalties or something off the show.
I guess I just wanted to say that after all these years, I never forgot you. Ever. And I'm super glad we're still friends.
I'm super glad.
My name.
You look great, by the way.
This is more than most of my friends from 20 years ago have done for me.
So it's the 25th anniversary. So Nickelodeon produced this. Are they? Is it? You think that's a one-off, or do you think?
Well, I saw that the other two guys were all together originally. I saw them all three together in a picture, and I thought maybe it had something to do with the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Like they had gotten the original Blue characters to come into the universe too, because they're going to have the other Spider-Mans back, right? So, but then I remember Nickelodeon had Ninja Turtles and not Marvel, so that cut that off. So maybe they're going to Ninja Turtles. Steve will be the new Splinter. I don't know. It's Steve, Joe, and Josh. I'm glad somebody in the audience knows what.
It sounds
what
like
we're
a boy
talking about.
band.
Steve, Joe, and Josh. What's the name?
We all had Josh posters on our wall.
Yeah. Josh was the cute one. Steve was the bad one. Joe, he doesn't
Joe,
even...
he was the one who was 40, obviously.
Yeah. In just a minute, we're going to play the Pharma Bro trailer. Everyone, please give the stream a like if you haven't already. It helps us out. You can check out Brad's channel. There's a link in the description if you want to go there, if you're not already subscribed. And
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Here is the trailer for Pharma Bro. It's a documentary about Martin Shkreli, one of the most hated men in America.
Quite an angel.
Yeah. Billy will defend Martin Shkreli forever. He will. He will.
Not forever.
It's led to some awkward so far. Well, not forever because no one lives forever.
But just until everybody wakes up and realizes what a sweet boy he is.
Okay.
He helped me change my tire once.
Anybody has the power to become famous by doing something destructive.
Mr. Shkreli, do you think you've done anything wrong? I invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and respectfully decline to answer your question.
Okay.
That was something wrong.
That's within his right to do that. It's just the smug look on his face when he says it.
You can't help that.
You can't help
It's
that
just how
people
he
want to
looks,
punch
man.
you.
Yeah, we're not going to go to Ricky Berwick and be like, that look on your face is.
That's not the same thing.
It's not smug.
Are
Obviously.
you saying his smug look is a disability?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
God gave him that look, man.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
Whether we like
Oh,
it
it's
or
a
not,
horror film.
Martin Shkreli has made his way into pop culture.
Martin Shkreli.
Martin Shkreli.
Price gouging Pharma Bro.
Doing what he does best, looking like a real slappable prick.
I want to figure out how this guy became the most hated man in America.
He bought the rights to a life-saving drug, then hiked the price from $13.50 to $750.
That's price gouging.
Like, yo, that better make you live for a million years.
I can't tell his story.
$750?
Maybe it does.
For a million years? That's a bag of sailing drip is $750. That's just salt water. That's a ridiculous price to pay.
Know him.
Bring it on.
Even his name, Martin Shkreli, sounds like
Damn, he's got a lot of guitar pedals.
Yeah.
That's
something
crazy.
Stan Lee would have made up.
He knew what he was doing.
I like how petty this got quick. Like, even his name is stupid.
Yeah. That's really what it all is, though. Everybody's so petty against poor little
And what's
Martin.
his nationality again?
He's Albanian.
Albanian.
Yeah.
So, like, saying
He's
someone's
self-pro-
name sounds stupid is kind of racist.
Spitting in the face
kinda
of the
xenophobic.
Albanians.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was his grandfather's name.
Martin
Right.
self-proclaimed the most successful Albanian of all time.
I don't know. Well, maybe in the U.S., not in Albania.
Well, it's
if you know what I'm
self-proclaimed, so.
saying.
It was not illegal.
MCU trailer.
They do kind of have him set up as the next MCU villain here.
Why doesn't he just, when he gets out of jail, go to Albania and become like king of Albania?
He might.
Because we don't have any
He loves
laws
New
in
York,
our country to stop it.
Patients with HIV, pregnant women, people with cancer, to take a drug and make it inaccessible to them seems like the height of all evil.
$30,000 for one med?
When's he getting out? Because, like, this is almost prepped to, like, ruin his reputation again when he, like, right before he gets out.
I think he's supposed to be out within the next year or two, depending on if he gets his good behavior.
Oh yeah, because
he would have already
They'll show
been
this
out.
at his parole hearing.
Yeah.
Wonder if you would.
He would have gotten out sooner, but he had they caught him with a burner cell phone that someone snuck in for him. So that's why he's serving his full sentence instead of getting out
I
early.
mean, you can get heroin in there very easily. He's addicted to the internet. It's just his
He
addiction
had
is
to
all.
tweet.
Yeah, he had to, actually, they banned his Twitter way before he went in.
You know he has a sock account.
On Twitter, maybe. His Insta's popping, though.
Do anything differently.
I probably would have raised the price higher.
There's just this childlike quality.
He likes to show the world that Martin Shkreli has made it.
I bought the most expensive album in the history of mankind.
$2 million for the Wu-Tang Clan.
Which was seized by the government, by the way.
Actually, he wrote an article on that recently. He was allowed to sell it and then give the money to pay off his debt towards the government. Like the way the media took that, where they took it all like completely out of out of the true.
In a way,
statement.
that is them. I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but basically they took away his assets.
He owed like $8 million.
Yeah, so he sold his assets to pay this crazy fine that he owes the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
How's the album?
Buys that expensive rare album, but then just gives it like a 3 out of 5 on Amazon. It's all right.
You know he has a backup of it too, so there will be 2 copies of it out there.
100% none of your business.
There's no way I wouldn't back it up.
So I decided to move into Martin's apartment building.
Hey, Martin Shkreli? Yes. Yes, he is.
I've been running into him on the streets. I call into his live stream. Hello. We share.
That's the director of the film.
Yeah.
He's like, I decided to basically stalk him to make my movie.
This turned into the fan real quick.
Yeah.
You of Naked Shower Guy. I still don't know who the real Martin Shkreli is.
Do I have your full attention?
You don't only get Martin Shkreli.
He wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
You get his bizarre character study.
Account suspended. I think it was threatening Lauren Duca.
People start to say, is he a sociopath?
And then they got him nodding yes after that.
Now,
I love the way this
did
is
Ghostface say he wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight or a food fight? Because the quote is he wouldn't bust a grape in a food fight. But I swear he said fruit fight. Is there such thing as a fruit fight?
Well, I mean, a grape is a fruit.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as a fruit fight. Do we have fruit fights now?
Yes.
It's a Jay-Z line, right? From the Jay-Z's album.
It's a healthy fight.
Wouldn't bust a grape in a food fight.
You know he's evil though. All of his footage is grainy. Like that's when you know he's a sociopath. There's no clear footage of him. It's all grainy and shadowy.
You can't even get a 1080 penis, let alone the 4K.
1080 penis?
That 1080 penis.
He wasn't on trial for anything America accused him of. He's just a boogeyman.
Who's that guy?
He's very handsome.
Ralphie May?
He's very handsome right there.
He's not the real problem.
Why do they keep coming after you?
It might have something to do with me being very handsome, very wealthy.
By blaming just an individual like Martin Shkreli, we miss the bigger picture.
If the law allows someone to do this legally, Martin Shkreli's will show up and do it.
What are you gonna do about it?
Want a punch me? Come
Like he's a witch.
Yeah, he's such a troll.
Let's just say it's not going to end well.
I have a hard.
By the way, it looks like we're dropping some frames, and it's probably just a hiccup in the internet, and will probably resolve itself shortly. So anyone who's noticing drop frames out there, just sit tight.
Time figuring out if you like Martin or don't like Martin.
So do I.
That's the reporter that left her husband for a relationship
That's who
with
that
Martin in
was?
prison. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks juicy.
Yeah. This is gonna be a sweet little view. I don't know where it's gonna go. Like,
are we gonna get a nationwide theatrical release of it, or
probably limited release and online?
Okay.
That's usually how these documentaries tend to go. But it did have a Blumhouse credit, right? So they might wait. They seem to have pretty good distribution. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I didn't even know they were doing this movie until I saw the post you guys did over on Twitter like a few hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it going like, Yeah, for the most hated man in the world, I actually kind of forgot about this guy.
Yeah, it kind of. He went to jail about the same time Trump's presidency started. So
Yeah. You're like the most hated man in the world. I'm like, was it a slow year?
Oh, but then as he got in, it seemed to be he kind of took over for the most hated, I think.
I didn't even know if he was still in jail or not.
Yeah, he tried to get out for COVID purposes. He had devised what he thought would have been a helpful cure to the disease, so he might have been onto something. But they're like, no,
hide
you
it
can.
in my ass. I can sneak it out of here.
He's gonna keister it.
Watch this.
In frames, by the way, but I think
is that someone just donated to bring up the Tammy Faye Baker movie? Is that out now?
I'll look for it.
I hope she's also really grainy in the trailer. Like it's the same type of documentary, but about Tammy Faye.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm still checking the speed too. This always happens.
I think it's obviously an attack against us because we're promoting this wonderful Pharma Bro movie.
I will probably watch it. I saw over on IMDb like an hour ago. It's just like 85 minutes.
Yeah.
This stuff could be long now, so something under 90 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, I got time to watch that. Karen was like 80 minutes. I'm good.
Was it made for TV?
It got like a theatrical release in Atlanta.
Interesting.
But aside from that, I think it's premiering on BET.
Man, I would have liked to have gone to that. That would have been stupid.
I would have too, man. Yeah, watching it, I'm like, I know where the applause lines are here. I wish I could have seen this in a crowded theater.
Atlanta crowds are fun. Like
I'm getting the Tammy Faye.
That would have been special, I think. Yeah, we have a newlywed spec in our fan chat right now. I went to their wedding this week. It was myself and the spec and Sky's parents. I was the only person there that wasn't family. Felt very honored. I was honored. Then spec out of nowhere, post wedding, newly married, pulls out their phone and starts blasting Cheesecake Factory in front of the courthouse. I was like,
That's
you're
hilarious.
sick. You're sick in the head is all I'm saying. You're sick. I was guest of honor and you pull that on me. I
don't know why this happens from time to time. All right, here's the eyes of Tammy Faye.
Tammy Faye, what'd you do?
Hello, Mother. This is Jim Baker, my husband.
Is that Spider-Man?
It's all part of our mission to help people. Anyone who's hurting or they feel like they've been left out, God has a plan for us.
What'd he tell you to do this time?
Jesus keeps taking me higher and higher.
Yeah.
I'll preach and I'll sing.
God does not want us to be poor.
Waterfall of pleasure.
Now God has a voice in this fight.
Who's he fighting?
Liberal agenda. Homosexual agenda.
Faith isn't political.
You can't talk to him like that. Jerry Falwell's a powerful man, Tammy Faye.
She's a firecracker, Jim.
If everyone watching could double their pledge just for one.
So Tammy Faye said belief isn't political. She's like the
It was
anti.
the 70s.
She's the anti Christian. Is that what we're saying? She was the pure televangelist. She was just caught up in everybody else's rigmarole, and she was taken down because she was too real. I don't get this.
She kept it too real for the Lord.
God loves you. He really does.
We're not doing anything wrong, though.
Is that a question? Tammy and I are undergoing the most vicious attacks.
Serving God don't feel like it should be a money-making opportunity.
You know, when I saw that clipping with my face on it, I thought for a second that you were proud of me.
Oh, Tammy Faye, you follow blindly. In the end, all you are is blind.
I just want to love people.
The devil's coming.
The Lord is a huge fan
talk about-
of the Guess Who.
Satan later, Jim.
Steve is a patient of AIDS.
I can't look at this. You need to get her under control.
I built you an empire.
This is like when Vader and the Emperor went toe to toe, and Luke was there in the room. Like, Tammy Faye's basically the new Luke Skywalker, is what they're telling me. This makes somewhat sense. Like Christianity and the Force are like the same thing, I think. I've never actually studied Christianity, just the Force.
We're finally getting the proper end to the new trilogy.
It probably is going to be better than that.
They're just hurting so bad, and we just need to love them.
Who was that? Was Charles Manson just showing up to kiss Tammy Faye Baker? What was that?
That was Jesus, dude.
Was that
He
Jesus?
Came back.
Are you sure it wasn't like Fred Penner? I could see Fred Penner showing up at the studio for his show, coming in on Tammy Faye right before they went live. He's like, "Hey, you want a real man? I'll give you mashed banana." This is how does this song go? I don't know. I like to eat apples and
Fred
bananas.
Penner had a video, magically had a video on Twitter. I would have recognized that way before Steve.
Yeah, really. Fred Penner shows up. He's begging on the side of the road. He's like, "Hey guys, I wish I never would have left you. You guys kind of gave up on me, though."
I would have put up the crying emoji for that. Like, there, that's my time right there.
For real. Oh.
I want to put my arm around you.
And I want to put my arms around you, Tammy Faye.
Jessica Chastain's a great actress, so I'm all for this. I'll watch this.
She is. I didn't even know that was her until her name popped up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, she is a really good actress.
The whole feel for this trailer was like made for TV movie, and then it's like Jessica Chastain. I'm like, oh god, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, Andrew Garfield fell off, but this is actually a come up for Andrew Garfield, going up against Jessica Chastain. That's not bad.
So what we might end up having to do right now, I'm getting 4 megabits per second upload.
Oh
We
my
normally have
God.
like 40. We have like 10 times lower. I'm going to do a quick reset of the modem and router here in hopes that fixes it. It should only take like a few minutes. So Brad, if we lose you, well, we will lose you. I'll call you right back in just a couple minutes
problem.
here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to get up and do that really
All
quick
right.
here.
So we'll talk until you come back. Yeah. So we're gonna keep going until everything goes out, and then
As you can see, we have this live chop.
Yeah, our speeds are not the greatest, but
They're better?
exponentially higher.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I guess we'll see what happens here. So I think we're probably live now. Let's check. Hi. All right. Yeah, we're live. All right. So now we're back.
Okay.
We can go back to Chopper Cam.
Yeah.
I won't go forward looking in the rear view mirror of my life. This is who I am.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's
the Tammy Faye I remember.
Yeah, that's some
from my
good
childhood.
good special effects right there.
Mm-hmm. The CGI is amazing.
Same guy who did Gary Oldman's Winston Churchill bodysuit.
Oh, is it?
I hope.
Oh.
I'm just assuming. I see that work and I recognize.
I'm looking forward to this. It kind of looks like a rock and roll documentary, but or not documentary, biopic, but about televangelists. Like, it even looks like it has the same story beats. Like, in this part, they're on drugs, and then they rise and fall and rise again. I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget seeing that news clip as a kid of Jim Baker crying, being hauled off in handcuffs. by the
Same.
police, and then he gets out and he's selling food buckets now. And he's got another Tammy Faye, even though
There is no
a younger Tammy Faye.
Yeah, some knockoff. You can't.
I hope he has a cameo in the movie, like a walk-on cameo.
I can't imagine he signed off on this. Like, you think this is favorable towards him? I don't.
I hope that it touches on when Tammy Faye was on that reality show with Ron Jeremy and Vanilla Ice.
Was it the Surreal Life?
The Surreal Life.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the climax.
Oh wow. Yeah.
To that.
We might have to make a sequel if they don't. Like that's where it really starts.
Yeah, like when they did that sequel to Martha Inc., where they did a sequel just so they could make it a prison movie.
I like that image that goes around of her cooking with Snoop Dogg, and they're like, only one of these people is a felon, and you're like, it's Martha. Snoop Dogg got away with murder. But yeah, this actually looks a lot better than I thought it was going to, even though it looks terrible. Like, televangelism is a lot like rock star life, right? It would make sense
back then, especially.
Yeah, it would totally make sense to use that biopic.
Fast cars, prostitutes,
all tax free, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw Michael Showalter as the director of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm all in on this.
Yeah, same here. I looked that up when it was restarting. I'm like, who made this? Like, it kind of looks like a David O. Russell movie. So I double checked and like, oh, Michael Showalter? Yeah, I'll definitely be seeing that.
I wonder if Bradley Cooper produced this or like he's got his hands in some pretty interesting stuff production wise. He produces.
Yeah, like it looked like some of it was filmed on the set of Joy.
Yeah. What happened to our friend Jennifer Lawrence? Ever since Weinstein got outed, she's been kind of out of the picture. Has she done anything since then?
She was trending earlier, but I didn't see why. Like, I don't know, maybe it was her birthday or something.
Yeah, hope she's doing okay. She had so much hope.
Well, maybe they'll do another X-Men. She looked like she was having a blast in the last one.
I didn't see the last one. Did they kill her?
Oh, yeah, they did. Right. That's right, because I think that was part of her contract. Like, she really didn't want to do that movie. Like, I'll do it. Just please write me out somehow.
When you said it looks like she was having a blast in the last one, did she get blown up in a plane explosion? Or, like, I didn't watch it. I don't know what happened.
I just remember her looking miserable in it, like she really didn't want to be in the movie.
I saw
and
that too.
It was Dark Phoenix,
Yes.
and she did die, but I can't remember how.
She was Mystique, right?
Like, yeah. She like get stabbed or something.
Huh?
Yeah, something weird.
Having a blast, and if she got an explosion, that would have been a great joke, and I would have missed it. I was trying to make the joke work, even though I hadn't seen the movie, and I guess it can't happen. We
can't serve it up for you every time.
I was trying to reverse engineer this joke. I just hadn't seen the movie, so I had nowhere to just set my.
You were trying to be an electrical engineer when you're more just like a software engineer.
I'm not engaging.
Here's the Venom 2 trailer.
I heard this is going to be 90 minutes.
Is it? So
Yeah.
they're just shortening
only 90
movies.
minutes.
I heard it's 90 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, maybe that's the best they could cut down to. The first Venom, I thought was kind of like a superhero version of The Room with Tommy Wiseau. It was just so like ridiculous to me. I liked it, but it was like ridiculously funny to me. I don't know.
A little drop dead Fred in there too.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock, how come every time bad things happen, you seem to be at the center of it? Maybe I'm.
Every time I see Tom Hardy, it throws me because the first movie I ever saw Tom Hardy in was the Star Trek movie that he was in, where he's all skinny and weird looking, and they're trying to make him look like Picard's younger clone. So when I see him now, he's noticeably, bigger, in better shape. So he doesn't even look like
the first movie I saw him in was Bronson, which is the only movie he ever looked like that. Stacked and shaved head and a mustache.
Yeah, I saw that later on.
And Bronson was great.
Yeah.
Lucky. Eddie, I've been thinking about you because you and I
got Woody Harrelson.
Are the same.
Yeah, Woody is Carnage.
I'd like you to meet.
They got him. They had the last Venom.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No, I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen. What? Nothing?
Exclusively movie theaters October 1st.
All I ever wanted in this world is carnage.
Carnage was such a product of the 90s. Like a giant Spider-Man costume made out of blood or whatever the hell it was. Some sort of... I don't know, what was it, technically?
Well, the symbiote suit... I don't know. In one of the trailers here, I saw that like regular Venom was like scared of Carnage because he was a red one. So I don't know if the red ones are just like murder symbiotes or something.
Like a type of alien symbiote. Okay, yeah.
Eddie, we should be out there snacking on bad guys. I am a predator. I need to be free.
You have got to get control of your aggression. Or you will get hauled off into Area 51. You live in my body. You live by my rules.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please let me fix it so I can break it again. You are a loser.
You are a loser. So there's some comic relief.
That's the last one was all comic relief.
Was it?
I thought so.
Yeah. They're trying to make it like almost like a Deadpool movie or something.
Not exactly. It was like a golden cringe. It was just
90 minutes, so it'd be a much more of a shenanigansy comedy.
Yeah, 90 minutes is for a superhero movie. Is that the shortest one we've had?
Compare that to the Snyder Cut.
Oof.
I hope someone shows someone this and they tell them that it's a sequel to Upgrade.
Dude, that's Upgrade looked like it was basically just Venom without the symbiote. It was like when the trailers, the two trailers came out around the same time, right? I remember seeing them, and Upgrade just seemed like a superior Venom movie.
Upgrade was awesome, and
Yeah.
the guy in Upgrade also looked a lot like Tom Hardy.
A lot like Tom Hardy. I thought it was when I first saw the trailer. Before I knew it was Upgrade, I thought it was the new Venom. I was like, and then I realized it wasn't the new Venom. And I was like, why is Tom Hardy doing another movie just like Venom, but not Venom, like Upgrade? Like, but then I realized that wasn't even Tom Hardy, and I felt stupid for the first time in my life.
I think this is just a mashup.
This is a mashup of the TV cuts.
Give you my story.
They're like the 30-second cuts for
love serial killers.
So if it's a 90-minute movie, we're watching almost all the interesting parts of the movie.
We have 90 minutes of trailers here of the movie because it's all the different TV cuts.
It's not even 90 minutes, but it's all the good parts of the 90 minutes of the movie.
It's mine. I have tasted blood before, and that is not it.
I was a big comic book collector in the late 80s and early 90s. Like, that's what I spent all my extra money on. And I remember Spider-Man in the black suit where they didn't quite reveal what it was or that it was like a sentient being or anything. I just remember, man, Spider-Man looks cool in the black suit. And then that whole story took a totally crazy twist. And then, the Venom character was a pretty crazy twist on Spider-Man. Because all of the villains before that were very cartoony in Spider-Man. Doc Ock and the Green Goblin and all that. This kind of took it to a darker place.
Cletus Cassidy. The actors in this, like Woody Harrelson's a great actor. Tom Hardy's a great actor.
Yeah.
I can't see this movie being anything other than ridiculous schlock, which I will watch happily. But
I'm in it for the Michael Keaton cameo.
Is he in it?
Yeah, he is.
Oh God. Okay, so they're crossing over the worlds officially.
Yeah, because he was interviewed like a little bit ago where he was asked about it, and he said something like, "I don't know what the timeline of all of this is."
Who does Michael Keaton play?
Michael Keaton played the Vulture in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Or wait, is he in this or is he in Morbius? He's in. Michael Keaton's in one of the Sony Marvel movies.
I saw
where
Craven
he
trending.
makes a cameo.
Craven was the hunter or whatever in the Spider-Man universe. I saw him trending
remember
today
Craven.
on Twitter, so I don't know if he's getting a movie or.
Isn't Michael Keaton gonna play Batman again at some point too?
In the Flash.
In the Flash, okay. It like obviously an old Bruce Wayne.
Have you seen the set photo? Like, it's cool because he's back as Bruce Wayne, and like they got like his hairpiece back in it and everything, but gray. So it's like instantly you can tell this is Bruce Wayne. It's really badass.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I can't wait.
I'm
going to that like just for that.
I just rewatched Batman Returns this week.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people say that's the best one.
Yeah.
See, and we were talking about sequels that surpass the original. Because we did one of our monthly movie reviews, and we watched the first Tim Burton Batman, and you weren't too.
I hadn't seen it before that. So that was my first time watching the
you
first.
didn't like Jack Nicholson as the
I mean,
Joker. You said he's playing Jack Nicholson.
He's Jack Nicholson in Joker makeup, right? And I'm fine with watching Jack Nicholson in anything. It wasn't like I didn't like Jack Nicholson, but I couldn't get past him being Jack Nicholson.
That one's one of my favorite movies of all. Like that one, I love Returns to Death. The first one's still my favorite.
It is.
Yeah, I remember the summer of '89. That's like every like 8-9-year-old boy was talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The first Batman I saw in theaters was Batman Returns, so I think that's like and plus I identified with Danny DeVito because I was a lonely fat. So I was like, yeah, this is cool.
But Danny DeVito is like 4'9" or something, right?
Well, I was at the time I was 4'9". Yeah, I was 6.
Yeah.
I was 6 years old.
Maybe I like the first one the best because I identify with Jack Nicholson. It's like kind of got the same eyes and smile.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's it.
No, I really like that one though.
And how can you dismiss the Prince soundtrack too?
Hell yeah, the Bat Dance.
Bat Dance. I remember the premiere of that on MTV and watching it being like, what was that? Like literally
amazing.
Vicky
like,
Vale.
My dad and I, we went to go see that like opening day, man. And before then, like I already had the toys, the trading cards, and the Warner Brothers catalog that was just like the Batman symbol on it.
Yeah, that Christmas I got the Batwing action figure like vehicle. It was the thing I wanted more than anything else. And I had the Batmobile that shot like the spring-loaded missiles out of it.
I had that one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was the Joker figure that had the water that squirt out of it, but everyone always lost like the thing that went in its back that made you squirt.
It was like a little pump. Yeah.
Yeah, that little pump.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like going back, like when I love the part in Jason Takes Manhattan that was also in '89, and the opening shot is Times Square, and so since it's '89, you just see like Batman advertisements.
Yeah, it would have been. It was one of the most anticipated movies that I can remember from my childhood, and they hyped it up so much. And I remember people being like, "Why are they giving Batman a black costume?" You know, it was always the gray and blue.
Yeah.
And people were like, "I can't believe they have Michael Keaton playing Batman. He's like a comedian." That's what I remember people saying that too, because, you know, he was a stand-up comedian before that, and his most popular movies were like Mr. Mom, and I think he did Beetlejuice before that too.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a couple years before that.
That was his first time working with Burton, right? Was Beetlejuice?
Probably. I think so. Yeah.
I watched with my roommate Joe. Everybody who watches knows Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe said he remembered when Batman Returns was out, he remembered having a birthday party and his like birthday decorations were Cobblepot for mayor, like when the penguin
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oswald Cobblepot for
cool.
mayor. I was like, why would they ever have Cobblepot for mayor be the decorations for a kid's birthday party? But that was the brand deal they had, were these tablecloths and napkins. They said Cobblepot for mayor. That's like a ridiculous thing. And he's like, yeah, it does sound crazy. At the time, I was like 6, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was cool as hell. And I was like, but it's literally like the fat, weird, creepy, kind of molestery bad guy. He was pretty molestery. That was one of the,
he became this sympathetic figure to the citizens of Gotham.
Yeah,
and he wore like fake flippers because he had the weird deformed hands.
Well, they were real flippers, right?
Well, he wore like flipper gloves that made him look like seal flippers almost.
That's how he was born. And his dad
was born with like his hands like fused together and like but he had like fingers and green, like dirty green fingernails.
It was so gross. It's like such a icky character. I loved it. Rewatching it, I was
like McDonald's was on like panic mode too, because they had all these toys for it, and they see it, and it's just like dark as shit, and borderline turns into this erotic thriller.
Yeah. Catwoman was basically in a bondage suit, and she had a whip.
And Danny DeVito's Penguin was like hitting on everything that was female. Like it was such a little perv.
That was just Danny DeVito ad-libbing.
Actually, he said he was inspired by Harvey Weinstein.
Let's check out the Wolverine trailer. Wolverine coming out next year.
Really?
Yes. This was uploaded a few hours ago when I was setting up the stream.
What? PlayStation Studios? Oh,
Maybe
the
it's
game. A game.
I think it is a game.
Okay, I thought you were trolling me with a movie.
No, but it was on a YouTube channel where all these trailers. Yeah.
It's for a game.
Yeah, at first, not actual gameplay. I thought this was a movie because it was on with all the other movies, but I guess it's for a game.
His knuckles are all bloody. Come on, man. You can't come after Wolverine with a knife.
Yes. Oh, damn.
Oh, you don't like it when he's drunk.
So that's just the trailer. Yeah, whatever. That was.
Was that it?
Yeah. Is this a game? Is there? Now I'm
Are we
doubting
just
myself.
watching games?
Is there a Spider-Man 2 coming out?
I think the Spider-Man 2 game is coming out.
Okay, that's a game then. Too.
Yeah, we do have the Spider-Man. Is it Far From Home or is it Can't Go Home or something? Whatever the new Spider-Man is.
I think they cast Tony Todd in the Spider-Man 2 game. I think he voices Venom.
Huh. I haven't seen the trailer for the game, but
Neither have I.
Are we catching another F? Man, we're having trouble tonight.
Yeah.
No Way Home. Oh, what a bad night.
Well, you know, it happens.
I think we might have gotten. Yeah, we got a big dono that didn't show up.
Okay.
Koopkar gave $100.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if it's because we were effing around, but that's.
It's because I got the cat with me.
It's gotta be Kiki.
He brings very good luck. He brings a lot of money in.
Yes. Am I sitting too close to the modem?
No.
Is it too hot in here?
No, it's not that either.
I brought an extra fan.
It's not as bad as last time, and I think it should be okay. But we'll watch it. And I have a few other trailers, too, including the Matrix one.
Nice.
I got this at Pride. Best $10 I ever spent. I got the cum slut personal fan. I'll never be warm again. Forever cool.
Yeah, basically our upload speed it's not like it was earlier. It was like non-existent earlier, but it's still kind of low.
Good.
Let's check this out. What is this?
Much.
Free Lunch Express film trailer? Have you seen this?
I don't think so.
All right.
I totally pledge
Communist
with this
propaganda.
blood oath to dedicate my life to to never picking up a dinner check, never donating to charity, and like in the glorious Soviet Union, making sure the government pays for everything.
Is this the Bernie Sanders biopic?
Yes. Oh yeah, that's what this is. This is no, it's not a biopic. It's like a slanderous anti-Bernie Sanders.
No,
movie.
really?
Yes, that's what it is.
Seriously?
That's what this
I thought
is.
this was like a comedy. Like,
Wow.
I thought this was like a Taika Waititi thing, like some like zany comedy.
Sanders, we need to have a discussion. Why are you bogarting your stash?
That is a totally false accusation. I want everyone to be as high as I am, or possibly even higher.
Did I mention that I have a blood pact with Stalin?
Congratulations!
I don't know why you have to go off to Vermont. Frida says that they don't have a synagogue in the entire state.
Does Frida also tell you that Vermont has some of the most lenient welfare qualifications in the country? Is this a I'm working on an excuse for why an able-bodied man has been unemployed for 20 years, and your laugh there is a little distracting. I'm good! It's a miracle!
An unemployable guy with no sense of humor. You should try politics.
We get people that donate
Was
to
that
our
Eric
campaign.
Roberts?
Eric Roberts. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Is it? Is this serious? Is it a parody?
I think it's got to be like a.
Let me look it up really quick.
Was it who was the guy that was doing all the right wing movies? Was it Dinesh D'Souza? Yeah, is this one of his specialties?
I hope he's going into like narrative filmmaking. Like this will be his Canadian bacon.
Free Lunch Express. Lenny Britton.
Lenny Britton. Yeah, this is comedy. Feels like a prequel to Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, it's like it's like a this farcical tale takes us from childhood to political icon with battles against the Clintons, drinks with AOC, and weed with Ben and Jerry along the way.
At least you had free snacks.
Okay, any plot or trailer that says something like that, or it's from the creators who saw Airplane or things, that automatically means the movie will be bad.
Who saw Airplane?
Who watched Airplane too many times. Comes a surreal story of Bernie Sanders. This looks like the drizzling shits. And it says it's already won 5 awards.
What kind of awards?
Could we do the click down menu on that to see which 5 award wins it has?
By the way, all of a sudden our upload speeds are back again, so it's peaks and valleys here. I don't know why this is happening today.
Bernie, because we're finally putting something out for the right. Go up and click down on the awards tab.
Oh, where is it?
Up above, the yellow thing there that says awards. Down below.
Oh, sorry. Right here. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So
Toronto Film
Magazine Fest.
Best narrative feature, best indie feature, best director, best cinematographer, best editor. Okay, that's the Toronto Film Magazine Fest. That's a thing.
The director of this movie has a COVID movie coming out next.
Oh God.
Hell yeah. I gotta see this, man. This thing has a 2.0 on IMDb.
Then after we lose, we can use the rest of the money for whatever we want. I'd like to get my name on the ballot for the next mayor.
They don't have to like have a guy with a big gap in between his 2 front teeth. That's how you know that it's like, you know, it's anti-Bernie propaganda.
This looks like the anti-Eyes of Tammy Faye movie. Like that's the Oscar winner. This is for the Razzies.
It's got to have like an extensive plot line of him writing that weird erotica that he did, right? Like that's got to be in the film.
Maybe.
Dude, your higher calling is anarchy and taking down capitalism. Shish.
Please don't tell me you're talking to Stalin again. What party?
Communist. Seeing the open caskets of embalmed communists doesn't get your juices flowing. Because it sure does for me, baby. I hate worse people. Don't make me hate you too. I'm thinking that I lay low. Vote to me. Oh! Wait for the country to come unraveled economically.
Your legislation is a bondage fantasy?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, there it is. I like it. And then launch my plan for Soviet-style socialism.
That man is freak.
I got a job in the valley, but today I didn't go. The mass one down.
for the office of Chief amongst equals.
Don't mess with me, Bernie.
I mean, President
Is that
of the
Hillary?
United States.
I will be president of all the land.
I didn't
Oh, God.
sign up to be first lady of loser.
Oh, they showed the part where the black women came up and took the microphone away
It was
from
in
him.
Seattle.
That was in Seattle. Yeah, right across from Westlake Center, right there.
You can name your price, or you can be found by the park police next to the cannon.
This fosters the gift that keeps on giving.
I am so screwed.
Oh my God.
Got no love for me.
Oh, Bernie.
Oh no!
Bless his
Caligula,
cotton
no.
socks.
Narrated by Malcolm McDowell. They got him
who
to
do we
narrate the whole thing.
He's second billing. Yeah, this has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. I just looked it up.
Oh wow,
That's beautiful.
Even the audience score is low. Oh yeah, I can see this.
This is a winner right here. 5 awards at the Toronto Magazine Film Fest.
I went to the Toronto Film Fest one year.
Toronto Magazine Film Fest?
That's probably what they call it now.
Probably
That's-
not. It's probably
Is
even
it something
smaller.
different?
Yeah, it's the Toronto Magazine Film Fest is probably smaller than the Toronto Film Fest.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless this came out at the Toronto Film Fest during COVID and there were only like 5 movies playing.
It
So
said
it's like,
2021.
yeah, we got to give awards to something. One of the quotes on Rotten Tomatoes just simply says, "I was counting the minutes."
Does it say how long it is? Is it over an hour and a half? Because that would be miserable.
I'll bet you 15 minutes of this movie is credits. It's 80 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bet you there is a significant portion of that that's credits.
Yeah. We were watching what was the movie where the firefighter got hit in the head or something and then saw a premonition?
Trump prophecy.
Yes, the Trump prophecy. At the end of that movie, it goes into like 20 minutes of just like
It's
I don't
some
know.
guy just like giving a sermon or something.
Yeah, it's like the evangelists are sitting there talking about how they're like, yeah, the prophecy, Trump is the greatest. It was just like a schlob knob 20-minute buffer at the end of the film. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't see that part of. I saw that movie in the theater, and it was packed. It was packed. It was a packed house. I saw it in the theater, and then the movie ends, and it was also like 80 minutes, which I was relieved because the showtime for it said like 2 hours. I'm like, oh Jesus! So it ends at the 80-minute point. Credits. Those interviews start, and I'm like, all right, this is like a featurette or something. So I left when that was going on.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. The
theater employees saw me and they were like, "What the hell was that movie like?" I'm like, "You have no idea. You got to go see this movie." Like, this guy he sees God and it's a floating disco ball and says Trump is like the new Netanyahu or something, and the guy clearly has PTSD. Like, I'm like, "Oh, you got to see this."
And it was
The
all
audience
based on a true story.
True story.
Oh, yeah, that was something special. I don't know. This Bernie one looks very interesting in how like it's set up. There's not going to be any like actual laughs, right? Like it's comedy.
I know. See, that's the thing about it is like, because this looks like it's definitely intended to be a comedy or a satire, and it looks like it's self-aware. Whereas Trump prophecy, that was a hard drama and it is hilarious.
Yeah.
And those are always more entertaining. Whereas this is going to be a bad comedy, and that'll make it hard to sit through.
Yeah. I still want to watch it.
Oh yeah. I'm still watching this.
Right and Funny Productions. Like, have they done anything before? Like, you said this guy has a COVID movie coming out.
Yeah, he's got a movie coming out. I mean, maybe it'll be funny. That is the name of their production company. So it'd just be false advertising if it wasn't funny.
They definitely can say they're right. Like, leaning.
You know they're really hip because instead of saying edited by on the credits, it says shot and cut.
Shot and cut.
John Vasquez, legally not allowed to call himself an editor.
So next we have The Matrix 4 Resurrections.
Nice.
Thomas? You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
Neil Patrick Harris is in
dreams
on
that
it.
weren't just dreams. Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here.
Yeah. They're putting White Rabbit, Jefferson Airplane in it.
Hi.
I'm getting high.
Yeah, yeah. The song just makes you high just by hearing it.
Yeah.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the ones that
Like pure wellness systems.
Yeah. Those didn't go down the drain. I don't know what he was doing there.
He keeps them there.
You can't put them down the drain when you got one of those weird plug things in the bottom of your sink.
Time to fly.
It's not Lawrence Fishburne.
As Baby Morpheus. Like Baby Yoda?
Did Morpheus die in the Matrix 3 or something? Is that why they have a different Morpheus?
I think they might be rebooting.
They're rebooting?
Yeah, why isn't it called Matrix Rebooted?
I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
You don't know me. No?
It's like John Wick in the Matrix.
Did we get Agent Smith back? Pew pew.
I'll never forget the scene from the original one where he basically does the limbo with bullets coming at him.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
How low can you go?
And then that technology got used for like every parody
Yeah.
movie afterwards.
And then the like shots that would like the 3D shots that would like shift. I never saw that in another movie before that.
Yeah,
There
they
was
kind
one. There was the Wing Commander movie.
With Mark Hamill? Was he in it?
No, the one with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, okay.
Did the Charlie's Angels use that technology afterwards too? The Drew Barrymore one?
So many stuff from around then did. I think so. Yeah. I mean, there's still like parodies and things like it. Space Jam: New Legacy had a Matrix parody. in
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Amazing. I didn't see the third Matrix movie. I tapped out after the second one.
I never saw the second or third one.
Oh, wow.
The second one was disappointing. Third one was not good at all.
Yeah.
And we were all tired because this is the only time I've ever seen them do this. When they premiered it, it was premiering simultaneous everywhere. So whatever time it was dependent on what time zone you were in. So for us, it was 8 a.m. and we stayed awake and went to go see it. Pumped, like, oh man, it's the third one, and we go see it, and it's boring, and we're tired, and like needing to get coffee, and like struggling to stay awake during the movie.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Some people just like the whole franchise. I see a lot of people saying they liked it.
Good.
All of them.
I don't want you not to like it. I didn't go see the third. I didn't see the third Hobbit movie, and I was like, I grew up on the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings and everything. I can't believe I didn't see the third Hobbit movie.
They put all of the Lord of the Rings series in 3 different movies, but then they took one book, The Hobbit, and stretched it out into 3 different movies.
Yeah.
And now it's just too long.
Big
you
ol'-
could feel that when you went to go see those.
Yeah.
Big old
Yeah.
cash grab.
Like, they took a multi-book series and made 3 movies out of it, and it was, some of those still felt a little too long. But then they took a single book that was short, relatively, and made 3 movies out of it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Nah, is it Amazon has the rights to Lord of the Rings
They're
now?
doing like
They're
a
doing
series. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Let's just see. Was it
What has Amazon produced independently that...
the Boys was
Okay.
pretty big? that
Oh
they
yeah,
did.
I love the Boys.
Okay.
I know they did the Man in the High Castle, which was pretty decent.
That was like the what if the Nazis won the war type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was some
Mainly
other
go
good
on
stuff.
Amazon just to watch old episodes of Unsolved Mysteries.
Did you see the new
Yeah, don't they have
Unsolved
new
Mysteries
ones?
they brought
Yeah.
back?
I watched that, yeah,
Okay.
over on Netflix. I missed the reenactments, like, in the new version of it. I'm like, it's not the same without the grainy reenactments that are like still disturbing because it's like watching a horror film.
So they didn't do any reenactments, or were they different reenactments?
It crime documentaries now, like it wasn't structured the same way as.
Boo.
This is like one case per episode instead of multi ones, and it definitely it doesn't really do the reenactment thing to the extent that the other one did.
The way that like we have cameras on everything now would be like pretty cool to have a crime documentary that like is told through like the criminal like live streaming their crime as it's going down. Like just pick up all those crimes where people catch themselves, or like because they're going through the whole thing live on YouTube or something or Facebook. That'd be a good series to watch.
That's what's fascinating about when I rewatch the old one, which I rewatch the old one quite a bit. Like the fascinating thing about it is when you're watching it, going, "Man, if this crime happened now, this would have been solved so fast."
Yeah.
Like I walked out of this hospital carrying a baby, and no one's seen them since. Like, well, now there'd have been like 20 cameras to catch that.
Exactly. Yeah, our speeds are dropping again.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, multiple
We've been gone for like about a week. You think that it's YouTube punishing us?
No,
for
because I
taking
don't
some
think
time off?
YouTube would. I don't think YouTube.
You don't
has
think YouTube
control-
would do that to us?
I don't think YouTube can control our internet connection.
I sure hope not.
No.
They've got that powerful.
Yeah.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
So it isn't a reboot, right? Like it's a sequel.
Yeah, but I think that they're like rebooting the characters like Morpheus because I didn't watch the third Matrix, but I thought that they had like shut down the Matrix system at the end of the third one. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
what it was
didn't see
leading
it.
towards. So
And Trinity and Neo died in the third one, and I don't think Morpheus did. I only saw it the one time, the third one.
yeah, I don't know. I think that it's
I'm
supposed to be a
sold on
younger
this one.
Morpheus. Yeah, hopefully they got this one right.
Dude, this trailer is like way better than the entirety of the third one.
Yeah. They were trying to be like way too stylistic. Didn't the Wachowskis also ruin Speed Runner?
I liked Speed Racer, their version of Speed Racer.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
I like that.
I never watched it, so they went to do that before they did the sequels, or I can't. I'm trying to think of the timeline of when that came out.
I think it was after.
Okay.
I want to say that was their first one after the Matrix, but I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was after.
I shouldn't be allowed to comment on any of this. I don't know timelines or I haven't seen the films. I'm just over here trying to spitball and it's not working.
I think this is their first movie since Jupiter Ascending. I think that was their last one. That one was something.
I think I watched that.
Jupiter Ascending. Oh yeah, we had a blast going to see. It was bad, but it was good. It was the good kind of bad.
Was that where like every character was playing different versions of themselves, or?
No, that was Cloud Atlas.
Okay, Cloud Atlas was the one I saw. I didn't see Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending was the one where Channing Tatum was part dog.
Whoa! Why did I not see that?
Yeah. And Eddie Redmayne goes like ballistically over the top in it, like right there with like Travolta and Battlefield Earth, and it's amazing.
I watched Battlefield Earth.
Yeah,
it's pretty awful.
I love Battlefield Earth.
Oh man,
I've seen that so many times. It is like the perfect kind of bad movie.
So should they make more Elron fiction into film then?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if I was a crazy billionaire, I'd give Travolta money and be like, dude, finish the second half of the book. Because the movie version's only the first half of the book. I'm like, here, I'll write this off. Like, film the second half of the book. I just got to see it.
Doesn't Scientology have enough money? Shouldn't they just fund it themselves?
Well, I guess it wasn't the... I was about to say it wasn't the best PR for them, but do they have good PR?
Exactly.
No. They have like a reputation of gang stalking and trying to shut people up for talking bad about them and all sorts of stuff.
I watched a movie this week that I watched when I was like a little kid, like 8, 9 years old. And for some reason, like the movie kind of hit differently when I was a kid. I watched it again this week, and it was hard to watch. You ever seen the movie Stay Tuned with John Ritter?
Love that movie. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I remember being so scared of it when I was a kid because it was like, devil and 666, and you don't know any better when you're young. You're like, oh, this is like playing with a Ouija board. Uh-oh. And then I watched it again this time, and I was like, man, this did not hold up well.
That's my favorite John Ritter movie.
Really?
Yeah, the part where he ends up on Three's Company.
That was the one.
I've seen
the
that
one
on
part
TV
that we popped for.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, they're animated mice at one point. I love that part. And like Jeffrey Jones is kind of creepy in it.
He's creepy in everything, and he's and in real life, and he's dead now too, right?
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want your opinion on something we've argued about recently. Which is better, Terminator 1 or Terminator 2? In your
I like
opinion?
the first one.
The first
I like
one.
the first
Wow.
one. Yeah. I love this. I love the second one too, but I love the first one. I love how gritty it is. I love all the neon and like all the that early 80s grungy kind of grittiness that it has, and it's kind of creepy in parts. Like Arnold's legit intimidating in a lot of scenes. Like I love the first one.
I tried to watch Terminator 2 a couple weeks ago, and I had turned it off like 20 minutes in. I just couldn't do it.
Second one?
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I
love them both. But I always had more of a fondness for the first one.
It's so funny how the people who did the original Metal Gear box art just ripped off Terminator 1. And yeah.
They made it a better game than the actual Terminator NES game.
The whole, he went back in time to impregnate his grandmother so his father could be born is, really crazy. Isn't that what happened, basically?
Kyle Reese goes back in time, and then he and Sarah Connor sleep together so that it's that Kyle Reese is John Connor's dad.
Okay, yeah, that's how it is. That is so weird. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
You think Chris Chan went back in time? Did Chris Chan go back in time to become his own grandmother?
Maybe.
I don't know. I watched Last Action Hero. Have you seen that?
Of Last Action Hero.
People did not like that when it first came out.
It was so good.
It's good?
Yeah,
it's
dude,
so good.
Thank you. I loved it back then when I went to go see it. Like, my dad and I went to go see it, and we would go see all the Arnold movies.
Yeah.
That one we loved because we thought it was a great satire of not just Arnold movies, but a lot of action movies in general at the time.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much why they've made so many Expendables movies too, right?
Well, Expendables is like a paycheck for Stallone. He's running outside of Hollywood with that. But Last Action Hero, it was written by Shane Black, and like his movies are just like really good. They're really good action movies. They have some depth to them.
Back in the day, Burger King had animated collector's cups for the Last Action Hero. And there was like a thing you could slip over the cup and like twist it, and there'd be like Arnold fighting with a sword. Yeah.
I'm going to go on eBay and try to find some of that.
I know.
I've always loved Last Action Hero, and it's one of those I'm like glad it like eventually did find an audience over time. Like as the years went on, like you find a lot of people now like
recently that are like from the 90s, and they're really like folded into the Hollywood. And what was the one that I watched? It was Michael J. Fox and
James Woods.
Yes. Yeah.
The Hard Way.
Hard Way.
The Hard Way.
Watched that recently. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I watched The Player from what was it, 92? Watched Hudson Hawk. Like all these movies are fantastic. I'm just like,
they are, man. And it's cool that like Hudson Hawk too definitely found an audience over time.
Yeah.
And I remember Hudson Hawk being one of those movies back then that like the studio just didn't know how to promote. So like no one really knew what to make of it. Like some trailers sold it as an action movie, some sold it as a comedy, and it's great, like, especially if you're a Bruce Willis fan, because that movie is his sarcasm amped up to like 100.
Yeah,
like it is all like the great Bruce Willis stuff just multiplied by a lot, and it's great because that was like. Because like every actor kind of has like their vanity project, you know,
Yeah.
like Travolta's like Yield Earth and some others. Like with Bruce Willis, it was that because he was like co-writer on it, him and his brother, I think. And that was one I watched again. Like I saw it when it first came out, and I don't think I knew what to make of it when it first came out. But years later, I've seen it quite a few times. I'm like, this is actually a pretty fun movie.
it's got like the pacing of like the Marvel movies now, you know? There's like the action and the comedy. It's very it very much. You couldn't sell that movie back then because it wasn't the straight up action movie and it wasn't the straight up comedy. You know, we had like Hot Shots Part 2. Those are like Hot Shots movies. Those were the action comedies, and they were very like in your face, slapsticky type of comedy. And this was more nuanced. And it really, like when I was watching it,
Little things about it too. Like you're sitting there watching it, going, I kind of think the dog is like the main villain. Like the dog is the mastermind behind all of this.
they play into what
And there's
they had like the alchemy and tearing apart the world's finance. Like there's all these like the Catholic Church is involved. It's like got so much depth, but then in the, like it's also very cheesy. But it has like it's played serious. And then it's not serious as well. It's like every line is a joke. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's
and
good.
there's like clever things that I'd never seen or even thought they do in like a heist type movie. I love how their plan is they time their heists by picking songs based on their length, and then they sing it, and that's how they time their.
Yeah.
It was a really clever way to do a heist scene and to also have like a musical number work within the narrative of the movie.
Yeah. It really it's very memorable. Like I remember watching it when I was a kid, around the time that it would have came out, and like I remembered the musical aspect of it. You know, into adulthood, that's what stood out. That song, the
Side by Side.
Yeah, it's been stuck in my head since the first time I watched it, and then I watched it again this like I don't know last month, and it was. I was like, damn, this movie was as good. That's when I turned to Stay Tuned. I think I was expecting too much out of it because I like went back to Last Action Hero. I went back to all these things, and I was watching with my roommate, who's like a big little movie fan, and been watching all types of stuff. So we try and find things that both of us haven't seen, or that one of us saw like a long time ago. We try and come back to it. And Stay Tuned, it just did not connect. I was watching it, and as all my life, I remember it and being like kind of scared of Jeffrey Jones and everything. It's like, and I was like, oh, this is kind of corny. And all the jokes are like, they're, a lot of them are like topical towards what TV was like back then. So you're getting like the Wayne's World riff, and it's like, that's probably the most like notable play on anything. That everything else was so dated, and Wayne's World's dated itself.
Murder
But
She Likes and 3 Men and Rosemary's Baby.
That was funny.
Northern Overexposure, I think, was one.
Yeah. Just so they could be out a ice field, basically. And it's like, I'm watching him in it, and he's just like the whipping boy character. Like, I don't know. It didn't add up to me. I was not feeling the nostalgia, unfortunately.
I liked his neighbor. Found a channel that he was comfortable in and stayed in it. And he was like a gangster in the 40s.
Yeah. That's really what it comes down to. Is I'm listening to the movie now, and the way we're talking about it, I'm really enjoying the movie, but like actually watching it was a chore. But talking about it is fun.
I know. I 1,000% know what you mean. Like, there's a lot of movies that I'm like that I'm like that with. Like, I'll watch a bad movie at the theater, come home to my wife, and I'm describing it, and then be like, I'm making it sound more interesting than it is. But I do genuinely like Stay Tuned.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean.
I grew up in Seattle, and it's like based in Seattle, but it's like obviously not Seattle looking at it. But I remember that sticking out when I was a little kid too. Anything that was Seattle related growing up, I'd like stuck to me. And
we are down.
We're down.
Yeah, it keeps happening.
Boo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call the internet service provider and see what's up. Well, it looks like it's back up a little bit again. It's all over the place. It's been up and down the whole time. I have no idea.
What's you guys' weather like out there? Does that factor into things at all?
Not normally. It could be anything. I've had. You said you were having trouble recently.
Yeah, but I have a different internet service provider.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
And mine was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What can we do? It's up and down. And
the chat's still in there.
Yeah.
Damn you, Comcast.
Yeah. Yeah, and for those of you that are at a very low resolution, you can just go in and manually change it, because I'm watching it in the highest resolution. But I've had this problem before, and I went and contacted my ISP, and they got it fixed. So,
yeah.
I expect better. I can't believe they would do this to us. Comcast, what's wrong with you?
You know, they changed their name to Xfinity on purpose to kind of distance themselves from the actual name of their company, because it had such a bad reputation. You know?
I'm so glad 1-800-COMCAST still works, though.
Yeah.
So that's just instinctively still put in there.
Yep. Yeah, and they're owned by NBC, so they're a network that owns a cable provider, and in many cases, you know, they also produce their own content.
Yeah.
So
if we were talking about NBC shows, the connection would be fine. We did a whole thing talking about Seinfeld.
Yeah. I love that episode where they're lost in the mall's parking garage.
I guess the new Halloween movie is going to be released in theaters and on Peacock simultaneously.
That's weird. Yeah, I was like, Peacock TV? Really? Okay.
I'm thinking NBC might buy WWE eventually.
A lot of people are speculating that's why they're getting all the cuts, and they're getting the new Khan guy that came in. I can't remember his first name.
It's funny that his name is Khan when AEW is run by
they're
the
competitors, the Khan family. But we're looking at like all these changes, and people are saying it's to streamline the value of the company and to turn it over to another, like NBC or somebody. They already bought the streaming rights to the product, right?
To the network, yeah. The
have
network's on Peacock.
I think that, Vince McMahon's got to sell the business now before he gets outed, because they've been Me Tooing everybody for years, and he's been able to
That's
evade
not
it.
his biggest. That's not his biggest concern. His concern is like all the talent he let go is now like surpassing him. Like,
well, that's neither here nor there if he gets canceled.
he's not going to get canceled. You think everybody's going to get canceled?
McMahon is like number one to get canceled.
Okay.
That's how they beat Thanos, right? Like they canceled him. I can't remember I can't remember exactly
They
how
had
it
to go
went.
back in time to do it, to dig up Thanos' old tweets. That's how they got him.
Vince McMahon doesn't even do his own tweets. Like he has people handle all that stuff for him. He's old. Like he can't. He's not going to get canceled.
They canceled Bill Cosby for a while.
I mean, they didn't cancel him.
For a while.
He's had him locked up.
They canceled Bill Cosby, but now he's back in reruns. He's in syndication.
That's true. On Paramount TV, they still show Cosby Show reruns.
Oh my gosh.
Check this out. I found this gem.
Hi, this is Bill Cosby, and this is one of the holiday gifts I'm giving this year. And almost anyone can give this gift. It doesn't strain your budget. You don't have to do any shopping around for it, and yet it can be as precious as life itself to the person who receives it. And you know, I don't even know who I'm giving this gift to. Probably never will, but I'm giving it just the same, and I hope you will too. This is it.
It's my barbecue sauce.
Blood, the gift of life. Call your Red Cross or Community Blood Bank and make an appointment.
PSA.
Anything could have been in that box. I was not expecting blood.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I wasn't expecting like human DNA in the thing, even though I guess I should have.
See, I was expecting human DNA, but not blood.
Yeah.
I thought this was like a sequel to the Dick in the Box song that Timberlake did.
Just thought it was going to be like a 12-pack of Coca-Cola or something.
It's Jello pudding. Everybody loves Jello pudding.
It's my new Picture Pages home game.
I used to wait for Picture Pages to come on. Ichabod Marker.
I vaguely remember Picture Pages
when he would draw with it.
Picture Pages, time to get your picture page. Yeah, hell yeah! I used to watch that in the morning, like the little shorts they'd have in the commercial breaks.
Yeah,
Bill Cosby pretty much made me the man who I am today. Not afraid to say that. I'll be canceled.
You know what's
next.
weird? Yeah, you. No, those hamburgers.
It's Rita Wilson.
Burger places. I mean, fried, broiled, fried.
I don't
broiled.
believe it.
Me neither. At Monterey Jack's, they care about taste.
And they let you in?
They've got seared and seasoned burgers that taste great, like the Monterey Jack burger. Beef, thick and juicy.
I've never heard of this place, by the way, Monterey Jack's. I don't remember them existing.
And that goes double. Extra cheese, tangy sauce.
A real burger.
And I'm real hungry.
Why the hell's he got a sock puppet on his hand? It's just laundry room.
The Big King. It looks like the Big King from Burger King. She's gonna write to the landlord and be like, "Look, sock puppet guy's hanging out in the laundry room again. He keeps touching us and talking about burgers. Please do something about this."
He's just trying to share his meat.
He bought a lot of stock in this company and knows it's about to go under.
Is Monterey Jack their only cheese option at the restaurant? Like you don't get cheddar? Is that what sets it
That
out
looks
from
like
everywhere
American cheese.
I would hope it's Monterey Jack cheese.
It looks like cheddar.
I gotta find out if Monterey Jack's is still a thing.
Yeah, is it regional? Is it only?
It's probably gone. Probably went out of business by now. This is from 1985.
Yeah. Monterey. There's this is one of those that's hard to find because there's a lot of like just local restaurants that are called Monterey Jacks.
Yeah.
There's a character in Chippendale Rescue Rangers called Monterey
Yeah,
Jack.
that was my dude. He was another person that was fatting around, so I looked up to him as a little fat kid. Monterey Jack's Burger. Have we found any history on this?
Oh, I think it is fast food. The restaurant's image renaming it. It's Jack in the Box.
Oh.
In '85, it looked like it went through a rename where they called it Monterey Jack's.
Wow.
Which I'm down. I love Jack in the Box.
Yeah, Jack in the Box. I think they microwave everything, but I don't care.
They use the world's greatest microwave.
Yeah, Monterey Jack's was a short-lived rebranding of Jack in the Box in 1985.
Because I remember Jack in the Box was old, like super old back in the day.
Yeah.
So in the 80s they rebranded. That's so weird.
My mom used to call them Jack in the Crack when she was growing up. That's what the cool kids called it, I guess.
I like Jack in the Box is always a treat for me because they don't have any around here. So if I'm visiting somewhere that's got like a Jack in the Box, like if I'm in Indianapolis or Austin or something, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking going to get some Jack in the Box.
Yeah, they're all over here in Seattle.
Yeah, they're all over.
Pre-COVID, they were all 24 hours too.
Yeah, they were 24 hours. That was like the late night go-to place.
Oh,
yeah.
There are some in Illinois, but not a lot, and not really in any kind of convenient location. Like, I'm born and raised in Springfield, like the capital of Illinois, and there was a Jack in the Box in Litchfield. It's like an hour away. This tiny ass town that just randomly has a Jack in the Box. So it's just random the locations that they're in.
Do you have a White Castle near you?
Oh hell yeah!
White Castle's gross.
What's your feelings on White Castle?
It's gross.
Oh, White Castle's my favorite.
Okay.
Oh no!
Yeah, White Castle's like I huge like I'm a big McDonald's geek too.
Yeah.
But White Castle, we do have one close to us here. But again, growing up in Springfield, there weren't any around Springfield. So whenever I would get it was always like a treat, you know. If I'm going to a convention, then I get White Castle, and I still kind of treat it that way because it is like my favorite place. But I still sort of want to treat it like it's special.
Make it special so it stays special.
Yeah. So like on my birthday, I'll order a shitload of fucking White Castle.
Yeah.
But like most things on the menu and a bunch of sides and everything, and just have this like 3-day feast with it.
Yeah. We don't have them on the West Coast. So like I always looked at them as like a unicorn type of situation. And everybody I talked to was like, no, man, White Castle's gross. Like if you have one in your neighborhood, everybody's like, it's gross. So I'm glad to hear you're a fan of the Castle.
I had one 2 blocks away from my high school. You know, so I ate a lot of White Castle, and there's one in downtown Columbus.
I think the secret was you didn't treat it like it was special.
Yeah, dude, you got to make it a birthday present for yourself.
I was just in Illinois like 4 days ago too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Oh yeah, that's like 20 minutes away.
Oh yeah. I went there for the wrestling pay-per-view and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. I ate at Morton's.
Is that a steakhouse?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Morton's. White Castles are mainly around cities. Like whenever I see it's rare I see them somewhere like in a small town or somewhere like just some random truck stop or something. Like I always see them around like Chicago, St. Louis, Columbus, you said.
Yeah, it's headquartered in Columbus.
The second time I went to White Castle was in Chicago. The first time was in Manhattan. And then I think the third time was somewhere in Indiana randomly at 3 a.m. and the frickin' manager knew who I was. It was weird. It was very weird. I was like, this is... And then I got every time you get like the gurgles in your stomach from eating. Am I the only one there?
I don't. I really don't. Like some stuff I will. White Castle, I don't know. Maybe because I've had so much fast food in my life. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my body's kind of all right with it. Jimmy John's does that to me.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I like Jimmy John's. Like, I do get it. I do get it once in a while because it's convenient to eat when I'm editing.
Yeah.
But that one will kind of give me that down there more than White Castle does.
When I was doing started doing the keto, Jimmy John's is like a good lettuce wrap. You get like a lettuce wrap sandwich. Yeah. That was my go-to for a sandwich. I would just get the gargantuan. It'd be a glob of meat, and then it would be wrapped in lettuce, so I'd convince myself that it was healthy.
Yeah, exactly. They got wraps now, like tortilla wraps and everything.
Huh.
They're good because it's kind of like what you said. It's sort of like, I feel like this is healthy.
Yeah.
We should read through some of the Streamlabs that some came through while we were having tech issues. So we should read those. And while he's getting that ready, want to remind everyone, DP Summer T-shirt sale. It's coming to an end on September 22nd. So don't miss your chance to get 25% off all of the shirts in our shirt store. Link in the description. Check it out.
And I'm pretty sure that if you wear our shirts, you still have to wear masks in public, but you don't have to wear pants, I was told.
Excellent.
You have to confirm that after you purchase it, though. I don't know if that's for sure. Dragon of the West said, I just want to congratulate Malcolm Ray on his casting as Baby Morpheus in the new Matrix movie. I don't know if that's a joke or if that's actually who was cast. I don't know things.
Malcolm's going to be fantastic in that movie.
Nice.
We'll miss him around the studio for a while, but it'll be worth it.
So, did he really get cast as Morpheus?
No. In the Matrix movie?
Yeah.
If that's him, I'm going to be pissed he didn't tell me. I'm just finding this out now.
I don't know. I don't. It's crazy. A lot of people leveled up during COVID, and they're getting these big Hollywood deals.
I played I was just an extra, but like, but I made it in the scene. I was a reporter on the finale of Empire.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got to see, it was right before the lockdown, so I got to see Terrence Howard going around in like a gas mask.
Coop Carr gave us big love. Calificent said, I double dog dare Brad to describe the plot of Cats to Ben and Billy without laughing.
Oh, that's easy. It's basically Logan's Run, but with people dressed like cats. Like, they're this cult, and they have to choose one of them to, like, maybe go to heaven or die or something.
You laughed. You were almost there. You were very straight-faced.
They send her up in a hot air balloon. It's like, she's going to heaven, right? Sure, yeah, she's going to live on a farm.
I like how, like, the whole term Jellicle Cat, it doesn't mean anything. Like the whole play, whatever, is based on gibberish. And I guess that's also what the love of cats is based on in general. Gibberish. Dog people are better. Dragon of the West said the sequel will be called...
You listen to it, boy. He's just joking, buddy.
I am just joking. I have two cats that are roommates. One's Oscar, he's got one eye, and one's Jimmy, he's a fat cat. They're very great cats. I love
don't get
fat
why
cats
people
especially.
feel like people need to choose between the two. We're so tribalistic, we have to pick like team dog or team cat.
I'll tell you why. Because we do that with everything. That's literally what humans do.
I would have a cat, but I'm allergic to them, so I can't live in the same
You're
space.
that way with actually Ohio and Michigan. You're that way with so many things.
Dude, Ohio and Michigan is over a century old. And there was an actual war that sparked the rivalry that still exists till this day. And the war was over a territory that happened to be the place where I grew up in.
Yeah.
So that's like the epicenter of it, like right on the border of Michigan and Ohio.
You think that's epic?
And there was a time where the coach of Michigan and the coach of Ohio State were both born there. Like the like sitting coaches of each team were both born there too.
Yeah, I suppose that's a pretty big deal, but there's a storm coming, Ben, and it's raining cats and dogs. Which side are you going to be on?
Oh, cats hardcore.
I'm not choosing.
Dragon of the West says, Ben, you need to get Jeff Holiday on with Brad when the next Neil Breen film comes out. Is there another one in the pipeline?
I asked him to be on today, but he was busy.
Dude, I think he's doing a second part of Twisted Pair, because I want to say that had like a to be continued at the end of it.
It probably. I saw it at the theater, and it probably did, and I don't remember. It was just that was my first Neil Breen movie.
That was your first?
Yeah,
that's a good one. That or what's his main one? Goddamn, what's the Fateful Findings? That one or Twisted Pair make for good first time Neil Breen movies.
We have Jake Dyer, who said, although there is a Jim Baker movie called The Eyes of Tammy Faye, are you aware about it? Oh yeah, that's the one we just watched. This is from way earlier in the night. And then Blitzo and Flame Lives give us big love too. That rounds us out so far for the night. Thank you guys for the support. And we'll get back to whatever we have left of the show and whatever bandwidth we can muster up at this point.
It's been good for a little while now.
Good.
Yeah, and if you guys wanted to send in Streamlabs and ask us questions or whatever, you can do that now that we're actually live. What else do we have here? I saw this today, and I don't know what to make of it. I think it's someone faking a sympathy video with their kid.
Can't wait for her to bring her home and be part of our family. Put your hand right here. Pray for us. We appreciate it. I love you guys. Come here. Come closer for the video. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Closer down. Put your head down here. Act like you're crying. Really quick. I am crying.
I don't want to be an actor.
Go like this. No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying. No, I know, but go like this for the video. Go like this. Put one hand up. Go like this. No, go like this.
Oh my God.
Like this. But let them see your mouth.
Do that audition.
Let them see your mouth.
So this is like, was it accidentally uploaded?
Yeah, because
we're looking
at edit this part out.
We're looking at the screen cap here, and this is a 538,000 subscriber channel, and this has got 2 likes so far, uploaded 10 seconds ago. So the person who clipped this before she could take it down was on their shit. Because this
is my God,
literally 10 seconds when you accidentally uploaded the video instead of recording.
Oh, dude. But Mom, I'm not really being bullied.
She's crying. Look at me. 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 I'm actually crying. I know. Look at me.
I'm actually crying, Mom.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Oh God. Oh.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
David, after
my
the dentist,
God.
took a dark turn.
Dude.
Are they trying to get the thumbnail? Is that what they're
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
She's trying to get that
what
thumbnail.
was the context of the rest of it? Like,
I don't know.
It sounds like they're bringing like a daughter or a pet home or something.
Something.
Like,
I don't know the I mean, it could have been like someone who's sick, like an older person too. Who knows?
I will say this: the kid's probably eating good, probably gets a lot of toys. If they just have to be exploited once in a while for YouTube, that's not the worst life.
oh yeah, just cry in the car about something. Yeah, I review movies in a car and cry sometimes. Fine, the kid can do it.
Yeah.
Here's
She'll take him to Monterey Jack's afterwards.
There's a lot of airplane meltdowns lately.
Yeah.
And I just saw this one recently. Look at him. I could not imagine being on a plane with someone like this. You can't leave. You can't be like, I'm out of here. This is stupid.
Yeah. Well, that man escaped from somewhere.
Yeah.
Now! Sit down now! You can't hold us!
You can't hold us. The plane's
gonna-
flying.
Where are your parachutes?
On the ground, sir. Yes, we are.
They're like, we're not on the ground. This guy thinks they've already landed.
There was, because of the Ida, there was like somebody who was on the tarmac for like 4 hours or 5 hours. It was a long time, and they were live tweeting the entire process, and it was horrible. It was crazy. It was sad to see them have to go through all this because they rushed them onto the plane thinking they can get out before the hurricane came, but they couldn't. I wonder if this guy read that and just went into like flashbacks of reading that tweet and thinks they're waiting on the tarmac when they're really 40,000 miles up in the sky.
No, I think this guy's insane and probably wasted.
I don't know. I think he's a Republican. He's a good guy.
Sit. You see anyone else getting up? Sit.
This guy seems like he's on like acid or something.
Yeah.
Or some kind of like what he was doing with his mask. Like I'm like, that doesn't even look like something you do when you were drunk. Like that looks more like this guy took some like fucking LSD or some shit.
It was zombie etiquette. And
yeah.
Sit. You sit down in that seat and you stay. Joe Biden. Really?
And now he's like, Joe Biden.
Really? Is Joe Biden on the plane? Is this Air Force One? Is he on Air Force One? Sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. This is going to be on the internet, isn't it?
Of America.
Nice about America.
Think that it is disgrace.
And the cops were waiting.
Of America as
Let's have him on the show.
Wakey.
Disgrace.
Sir, you're going to need to go back.
Think of America
So
as not a disgrace.
So he's over and over again saying, I think of America as not a disgrace.
Really?
He was saying that over
It'd be
and over.
great if they're still up in the air and they just throw them out.
Yeah.
He's probably catching a lifetime ban, like when you act like that on a plane.
He's got some mental issues there, right? Like that's
I don't know.
That's beyond temper tantrum.
Really? I thought this is America. This is a communist country.
Maybe his on-flight movie was that Bernie Sanders free lunch movie.
That's what drove him nuts.
That would send me off too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here's an article about it.
New details released about unruly passenger caught on video at SLC Airport. Salt Lake City police have identified the unruly passenger cited after being found intoxicated aboard a flight landing in Utah on Labor Day. Just before 12:50 p.m. Monday, SLC police say they were notified of an intoxicated passenger aboard an America Airlines flight landing from Los Angeles International Airport. That's a relatively short flight. That's
yeah.
Did he get on drunk, or did they just like serve him big?
I mean, there's alcohol all over in the airport and when you get on the plane, too.
Yeah. After the flight landed safely, Salt Lake City police boarded the plane, took Armstrong into custody, and escorted him off the flight. We saw that. That he got transported to a hospital. The police say that he received a criminal citation for public intoxication, disorderly conduct. And then this is the original story. So this is everything we just saw, basically.
Yeah. So he was wasted. He was like, you can get that wasted where you act like, I mean, like blackout drunk, you know. I don't know. Maybe he's taking like psychiatric meds too. And then
I was gonna say, some of the stuff he was doing looked like some One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Like,
it seemed like more than alcohol, but I don't think we need to defend his actions with any sort of mental abilities attached to it. Did you see the video of Larry Elder in California?
got eggs thrown at him.
Got eggs thrown at him by a woman in a gorilla suit. It was, or she had a gorilla mask on. It was so weird. People were trying to say it was racist, and I don't know, like, it didn't seem racist to me, but it did seem like ridiculous and horrible to do. But I guess because there was a gorilla mask on, it was racist. I don't know.
Or is he just somewhere in California, like around Hollywood or something? Where
I think he was near Venice.
You just normally see people going around in costume.
Yeah, there is a lot of busking down there, you know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I'm pretty sure it was the Venice Beach area. I guess there was racial epithets yelled during the thing. I didn't see that in the video though. It was all weird. It was all weird, man. I wish people were just sweet and kind like me.
Yeah, it's much more chill. It's much more chill to not dress in costume and throw eggs at people.
Yeah.
Brad, are you familiar with King Cobra JFS by any chance? Do you know who that guy is? He's a guy on the internet that here's the egg thing. He's a guy on the internet that is kind of infamous, and he's a very weird guy.
Yeah.
We watch videos of him cooking because he cooks some of the most disgusting looking stuff. We'll get to that after this, right? Because you were just talking about this. But we have a video of him making Mountain Dew ramen.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, God.
So Larry Elder says racial epithets were yelled during egg attack, calls out liberal silence. Elder said the left would be screaming about systemic racism if he were a liberal. See, that's not exactly how systemic racism works. We probably would be screaming about regular racism because we're two-faced and we pick sides. But this is systemic racism, if it is racist. California gubernatorial candidate Larry Elder said racial epithets were yelled at him while he was being egged by a person in a gorilla mask and called out the deafening silence from liberals. The Republican candidate told Fox News in a phone interview that the racist phrases were screamed at him during the attack, in which a white woman wearing a gorilla mask threw an egg at him. One person said to the effect of, Larry Elder doesn't give a blank about black people. Larry Elder only cares about white people, Elder said. I will tell you 6.5% of the population of California is black, but according to a Department of Housing and Urban Development study, 40% of the homeless population is black. I don't know
about the silence thing because I saw it on the news.
Yeah. So if Larry Elder doesn't give a blank about black people, why is Larry Elder trying to solve the homeless problem, which is disproportionately affecting black people? Elder continued. Is this a good defense of him saying I don't care about black people when he's saying I'm going to solve the homeless problem? And some homeless people are black, so it sounds like you care about the homeless, dude. When asked if he believed the attack was racist, Elder said he does not know whether the attack was racially motivated or if the person was just mentally ill and might need treatment. I mean, the person did seem out of their frickin' mind, rolling up on a bicycle with a pink gorilla mask on and throwing eggs at somebody is...
Then they had just gotten thrown off of a plane.
Yeah. Elder also said it was hard to say whether the attack was politically motivated, but thinks that if he were a liberal, the left would be screaming about systemic racism. They would be screaming about direct racism. Like, they wouldn't be systemic. I don't know, Elder. I don't know. I'm not somebody who pulls out the race card the way Barack Obama does, the way Al Sharpton does, the way CNN does, the way Black Lives Matter does, the Republican candidate said.
He says as he's bringing up racism.
Yeah. I'm not somebody who pulls it out like that. I pull it out in a different way.
I pull it out in a different way to go like, oh yeah, what about this?
Yeah. I should have the card now. Maybe it was just an idiot. Maybe it was just a fool. Maybe it was just someone who doesn't like Larry Elder. There's a lot of people who didn't like Larry Elder. It wasn't just the one egg person. His whole team basically got ran off. One guy assaulted some other dude within the team. It was a pretty rough clip. All I know is if I were a liberal and somebody's wearing a gorilla mask who was a white woman threw an egg at me, the left would be screaming about systemic racism, he continued. Elder said that it seemed to him that the attack must have been premeditated and that if he were a Democrat, the attack would be garnering much more press attention. It was a pink gorilla mask, which I think has some sort of reasoning to believe it wasn't directly racist, but I don't know.
They're saying he's a cartoon, like a Hanna-Barbera character.
Yeah, he's Magilla Gorilla.
No. Yeah, that's it.
It's inexcusable trash for someone to do that to somebody. I don't I don't condone that. But it's just to like,
Oh, yeah.
to go in one hand saying, I'm not the type to play the race card, but I really want to play the race card. It's like, it's a little stinking thinking. There's a double standard here. There was an article on the front page of the New York Times the other day, all negative about me, not mentioning the fact that I'm black, not mentioning that I'd be the first black governor of California. So hold on. It's all negative. Did he want them to say that it's all negative and also he's black? Like, are you trying not to play the race card, or you want to play the race card here? They left out your race.
This newspaper said something negative about me. I didn't think that would happen when I'd run for governor.
Yeah. They said something negative about me, but they didn't mention I was black. They didn't mention I'd be the black governor. Is he saying that's also, like, negative? Like, if they're all saying negative things, are you saying they're left out? This is not negative. I don't know. This is a weird response to this. The video, I was in favor of Larry Elder in the video. It shouldn't have been attacked like that. But this response is weird. Again, I'm not somebody running because I'm black. I'm not asking people to vote for me because I'm black or against me because I'm black. All I'm saying is, look at this double standard. I would be what we're saying here is the media is reporting about how terrible of an option you would be, and your retort is to say, but they left out that I'm black. But again, I'm not somebody running.
But why aren't they saying I'm black?
Why not be like, okay, all this negative stuff they said about me, this is why they're wrong. This is why I'd be a wonderful governor. I have all this attention on me. Everybody's looking at me right now. Rather than bring up race because I'm not the one that wants to bring up race. Like, bring up race if you want to. Like, win or lose on your own merit. But don't say, I'm not going to bring up race, and then the entire article is you explaining how this is a race.
The entire article of him going, I'm not one to play the race card, but here's a list of a bunch of people I don't like.
Yeah. So, and then he says, again, I'm not somebody running because I'm black. I'm not asking people to vote for me because I'm black or against me because I'm black. All I'm saying is, look at this double standard. I would be a big first if I were a Democrat, but because I'm not a Democrat, the New York Times writes a negative piece and doesn't even mention my race. I mean, because there's a Democrat incumbent that has been unceremoniously recalled with a year left on his gubernatorial docket anyways, you're going to get voted in and have a year to do anything? Like, that's what we should be talking about here. Okay, if you really wanted to run against like the whole crowd next year, when you can have a full term as a governor to play out. You're running now because people are mad at Newsom, Gavin Newsom, but he's literally only got a year left on his contract anyways. What's the point?
It's taking advantage of their insane recall rules, which is, in order to stay in, you got to get over 50%. If you don't, that means whoever is the highest option on the recall nominees is the one who gets in. So it's this insane recall law where you could become governor with just 10% of the vote.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Elder was touring homeless encampments in Venice Beach, a statewide problem Elder says has been exacerbated under Newsom's leadership when the attack happened. Do you want to play the video? I think it's up here, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me do this.
This is Fox News' version of the video, so I'm sure we'll get extra insight.
Great. It's going to be fair and balanced.
Yes.
That's what Fox News is. Oh, God. Hold on a second.
We've got news for you, Fox. We're not disabling the ad blocker. If you like, they did say if you like Fox News, disable the ad blocker. That wasn't directed towards us.
Yeah.
That was directed towards people who like Fox News.
It's like, thank you for not smoking.
One of the reasons there's a recall is because people were so incensed with how Governor Gavin Newsom, he locked down everything. Larry Elder currently is the leading contender to take his job, although the polls do show, if you believe the polls, show that Newsom is slightly ahead.
If you believe
Yesterday,
the polls,
Larry Elder took his so-called recall express to Venice Beach, and what happened there was so astounding, we had to show you. So keep in mind, he's there, and there is a woman in a gorilla mask throwing an egg at him.
On a bicycle.
She punched a guy who told her to stop. She yelled, "Take your hands off me, you..." Expletive. "Touch me again, touch me again." She then aimed a left hook at the man. Security guard then menaced another guy wearing all black before a second woman was slapped. By the way, the woman right there who slugged that guy with the left hook, she's on a smart bike. So while he was at a homeless encampment, obviously she was not from the homeless encampment because she's on a smart bike and she made a getaway.
Yeah,
What's with the
Gavin
gorilla
Newsom-
mask?
To be fair, the
That's what
homeless
Candace
steal a
Owens
lot
was
of bikes
asking.
down
Why
there.
is she wearing a
I was gonna say,
blackface
like-
gorilla mask and throwing eggs at Larry Elder?
She's wearing
If you haven't
shoes.
seen the
She
video,
can't be homeless.
Yeah, so
let's start with this. This is what happened.
All right. Yeah, we probably don't want their opinion.
this is too bad that it wasn't the actual video itself, because there was a whole lot going on. That was clips. Like I want to try and find the full video.
I mean, man, like, you don't have to be a Larry Elder supporter to be like, that person's insane.
Yeah,
like,
that person is
clearly.
insane.
Yeah.
It's Venice Beach, right? Like everybody there is kind of like that. It's kind of crazy out there on the water.
Yeah.
Where the hell is this? I just want to find the original video.
Everyone, please give the stream a like. We lost our internet connection multiple times during this stream, so yeah, it people kept leaving, and not everyone came back. So please like the stream. And what? Did you find it?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
It was all over my timeline last night. That's how the internet works, though. Today it's only on Fox News and can't find anything else around it. I blame lamestream media burying the lead.
Okay.
We're probably not going to be able to find this clip.
Okay.
It's gone forever.
YouTube, it's your boy King Cobra. I mixed up these two ramen noodles.
This guy will like order a $60 Jersey Mike's sub because he'll have them just put all of the ingredients on it.
Nice.
Not really realizing that you don't get equal portions of all the ingredients when you order a bunch of them because they can't fit them onto the sub. So you just get like little bits of each kind, and then he'll crush up Doritos and put crushed up Doritos on the sub too. I mean, that's
I do something like not quite like that, but when I get just the like provolone sandwich from Jimmy John's, which has like lettuce and tomato on it too, but I'll put like the barbecue chips on top of it. I might have been high when I first tried that.
There's nothing wrong with slipping a chip into your sandwich.
I don't agree.
From time to time, it's fun. It spices things up.
Name one actual restaurant that offers crushed up chips as a topping, like as an actual.
Doesn't Taco Bell basically put that in all their tacos now?
That's not a sandwich.
There's the Fritos ones, yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's Taco Bell.
Burger King had, or not Burger King, Hardee's had like a limited edition burger once, like a few years ago. I can't remember if it was their like 4th of July burger or something, but it had Lay's on it. It was nice and soggy when you got home.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That should be outlawed. Send
I
those
cooked the
people to
noodles
prison.
first. I put the seasoning from these ramen noodles and everything, the sauces and the seasonings, after I cooked the noodles and drained the broth a bit.
That's just smart.
Seasoned with Payne Rust County seasoning.
People keep citing Taco Bell. Taco Bell is barely even food.
It's delicious though.
You
For the hot
White
sauces
Castle.
I used
Taco Bell.
Patia
Taco Bell is an American staple.
Yeah, man.
and some of this
He's got Tapatio song with this
Captain
guy.
Rodney's
Captain Rodney's
Then I
pepper
used
glaze.
4 of each. Taco Bell's Diablo Hot and Fire, so 3 of their hottest.
So he's using
Taco Bell sauce in his ramen.
Mixed it
He
all
is,
together with some Doritos, nacho cheese, splash of Mountain Dew,
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
He's gonna add Mountain Dew to this.
liquid smoke, and
Some liquid smoke.
soy sauce.
Yeah, because you want your ramen noodles to taste like they were on a grill.
We have to call the people at Mountain Dew and tell them to make a liquid smoke flavor Mountain Dew. They're really missing out.
And they turned out quite delicious with the nacho cheese Doritos crunched
I'd
up
try
in
it.
there.
No.
I do it, man. Like, why not?
Splash of Mountain
Yeah.
Dew, give it some sweetness.
This dude is a genius,
This
mad
is the result,
scientist.
so we're not
Don't fear the
calling
Reaper. That
Frank's
looks
breath ramen
delicious.
noodles. This is ridiculous.
It really just looks like
Spiciness,
busted
sweetness,
SpaghettiOs.
I was
Throw some
thinking the same
chopsticks.
thing.
I had to put it in a bigger bowl and grab some fresh chopsticks.
Why even use
Ridiculous.
chopsticks at this
Look
point?
at this.
Those are
Look at
slop
these- look at
sticks.
these fiery little noodles of death, YouTube.
Okay, the fiery noodles of death. I'm not.
Dude, these look like a regular bowl of ramen noodles, but when you take a
No.
bite, this shit fucking lights your world like the 4th of July, dude. I tell you what, these are some
Oh, it better.
spicy-ass noodles. The combination from the 2 noodle packets and just the seasoning, it's a great combination of flavor, but
And the
holy
Mountain Dew.
fuck, it's spicy.
If he gets hype over the
This is
Mountain
kind
Dew
of
after
crap
biting
that'll
it,
burn your fucking
I might do a
butthole when you
backflip.
shit it out in the morning, 'cause that's no lie.
I had the Mountain Dew wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, and they were pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was fine. It tasted like an orange citrus
Yeah.
wing.
Did it have spice to it, or was it just sweet?
I think it was just sweet. I don't remember it
I
being.
ate so much of it last night, sitting here just chowing down on it.
System error.
No.
He's got to catch up. It's all the genius going through his head.
DJ in the fan chat says that he actually had the shits for 4 days after eating this. He had to stop streaming 3 times to go poop.
Yeah.
That's-
I'm gonna get a big ass bite of that shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
How does it feel? I gotta hear the
Cobra
review.
Fam.
I gotta hear the review.
It's all right. Oh, got a shit.
There's a reason why I call them Dragon's Breath ramen noodles, because that shit let you breathe in fire, dude, like you see in the cartoons. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Those ramen noodles
Just
are
kidding,
sent
that
in a
wasn't
care
real.
package. Get out of here, fly. I'll fucking swat you with the swatter or bug of salt. Piece of shit.
Let the fly eat it, he'll die.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes. The Mountain Dew adds like a little bit of sweetness. The liquid smoke.
The Mountain Dew adds a little bit of sweetness. The liquid smoke.
Sauce. The Doritos have like a little bit of cheesiness to it.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? The splash of Mountain Dew definitely helps with the sweetness. Crushed up nacho cheese Doritos, hot sauces.
Yeah, this guy does 3 or 4 5-hour live streams sometimes, and people just edit them. Yeah.
We get all the fire.
Yeah. Oh, he'll get ridiculously drunk, too, and so much hilarity ensues.
That is just sick, dude. Check that out.
Check out this sick shit.
Dude, these noodles are wicked.
He calls himself a sexy goth bad boy.
Yeah,
He's like,
accurate.
Fucking spicy.
He's not
YouTube.
goth.
Holy shit. But tasty nonetheless.
They're tasty. Put them in the bathroom for 4 days.
I do have. Here, I'm gonna run over there real quick. I do have something similar to that over here.
Oh, let's see.
Oh no.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew is the worst ingredient for that.
See, all the stuff he put in there, I don't feel like the Mountain Dew is even going to hold up to everything else. It's there's just so much stuff. It just sounds like
he does ingredient overload. Like he did a sandwich with too many types of meat on it. Like I'd say like two or three.
Yeah. Did you
No.
say a sandwich with too many types of meat?
Yeah, I normally only want like 2 or 3 types of meat max, and same with the cheese on it.
Like, oh no! When I hear the term "sandwich with too many types of meat," I'm thinking it's where you run out of good meats and you have to put like sardines or head cheese on it.
No.
Yeah.
Like that.
This is my sardine and gabagool sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be like, okay, that's too many meats. It could be just sardine and that's it. I'd say that's too many meats. Give me the provolone.
I got this in the mail the other day because you can only order it online. It's not in stores. They have a limited Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
No.
Wow.
I haven't tried it yet. I'm trying it tomorrow.
Do you drink that cold?
Oh yeah, I put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's perfect to have having a nice summer day. A nice warm glass of Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
There was like a fake ad going around. It was the Mountain Dew. Was it Mountain Dew flavored mayonnaise or Monster Energy flavored mayonnaise? And they had a TikTok video of a guy that had the Mountain or the Monster Energy mayonnaise squirted out, and it was like green mayonnaise, but it was a hoax.
Do you remember?
It was a hoax.
Because even you got a little queasy watching this when King Cobra ate like a whole bowl of Velveeta, like melted Velveeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so gross looking.
Yeah.
With a spoon, just a whole bowl of like it looked like Velveeta.
He was cheesing.
Yeah, too much.
I like how it's either too much or not, or like it's two different types of things. One is like this ramen that he's concocted everything in his cabinet in his fridge in. Then some days he's just like, I'm gonna eat the powder out of the Kraft mac and cheese box.
Yeah, it's true. He took a frozen pizza and put raw bacon on top of it and thought that in the time that the pizza would cook, a frozen pizza in the oven, that the bacon would be cooked too, so it still had like raw bacon on it, and he tried to eat it. Yeah.
This guy is a genius.
Yeah, he's
he needs to put out a cookbook.
It actually wouldn't be a bad seller, I think. I'd probably pick one up autographed. I just got a message from my mom. And earlier I said that in her day they called Jack in the Box Jack in the Crack. She said that was wrong. They called it Jack's Crack. So I have to make sure everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
because Jack in the Crack sounds like the name of an adult film.
Yeah, and
from,
Jack's
like,
Crack doesn't.
No.
This is one of John Holmes' best. Jack in the Crack.
I don't want to misrepresent my mom's history, so I'm going to correct that.
Man.
I just
news. Always
I just
reporting
want
your
some
fake news.
I just want some Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot noodles.
Oh, by the way, everyone.
I do too.
We got like 10 minutes left. If you want to get in some last minute Streamlabs or like the stream, feel free to do that. We got like 10 minutes.
If you want to throw an egg at me while wearing a gorilla suit, apparently you're racist. So don't.
Yeah. Or do. I've run out of eggs for breakfast.
Jake Dyer says.
I could scoop it up.
Jake Dyer says, "Hey Brad, tell Ben and Billy about spill.com/double toasted, and is BENPAI aware about them?"
Double Toasted? Oh, that's one of my favorite YouTube channels. I love those guys. Corey Coleman, Martin Thomas. They live stream on Twitch about every day for a few hours, like movie reviews and current events and different like topical stories. It's all really, really funny, and they're my favorite movie, like current movie review show on YouTube. They started doing like bad movie reviews too, so they did Spawn last night, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, Spawn. John Leguizamo. His character was so weird in that.
He had a good run.
John
he was
Leguizamo?
Luigi. He was the
That was
clown.
He was in Summer of Sam.
Yeah.
I love Summer of Sam.
Yeah, me too.
He was in The Pest.
Spawn was a weird year for him because that was the same year he did The Pest.
Yeah. Yeah, I never saw all of the Spawn movie. I stopped watching it. I liked, in the late 90s, they did a Spawn animated movie. That was pretty good.
They should have had, like, John Leguizamo as the Pest. They should have had, Carrot Top. They should have had, Pauly Shore. Just had, like, the annoying extended cinematic universe.
The most 90s like comic book villains. Like, it's weird because they brought it up on the Double Toasted review last night where they said how he acts in Spawn is pretty much how he does in The Pest. They just put him in a giant clown suit.
The Pest in a fat clown suit?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he shits his pants in Spawn and farts all the time. Kind of like he is still from The Pest.
Why? Like, there's something on the tip of my tongue recently about pants shitting.
Oh.
About pants shitting, and I'm like, I can't remember exactly what it is, and to the point where I'm thinking, did I just shit my pants? And that's what I'm recalling. And I don't think that's it.
No.
There was like something recently with somebody who crapped their pants that was like on time with something. I don't know.
What?
I'm trying to remember why I'm thinking of pants shitting right now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Think about half the things
I don't
you
know.
think about.
It's like on the tip of my tongue. It's shitty pants. It's on the tip of my tongue. Like
We've all gotten drunk and shit our pants once in our life.
It's been. I've done it sober. But to be fair, the worst one was I was drunk and it was a free. It was a movie and it was a free bar and they gave me all these different types of IPA, and so my stomach was a cauldron, and the ride home was rough.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
In a few days, to Smarty, what's happening in a few days, dude?
He's gonna be on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well. I think I'm never gonna figure out what this pants shitting thing was about.
Yeah, forget about it and think about something else.
I don't know why. I
know why.
I'm gonna live the rest of my life wondering why I'm thinking about shitty pants right now.
That sounds horrible.
I have a serious problem.
Yeah.
At least it does remind me I gotta do laundry tomorrow. There's far too many shit-filled pants laying around.
Spawn is better than Cats, everybody's saying.
I disagree. Cats was my kind of bad musical because I love coke-fueled hubris musicals where like they just throw everything at the wall and like don't give a shit and like snort a line of cocaine like we're gonna make this work. This is insane. So
Billy made his nephew cry by telling him in the theater that Cats was like twice as long as it actually was.
We were in the movie for
That's
about
hilarious.
We were in there for about 25 minutes, and he goes,
Yeah.
"How long is this?" And I was like, 3.5 hours. And he just started crying. He just actually started crying.
I had a great time watching that. Like, I mean, I love that era of just like coked out music like Xanadu.
Oh yeah.
The Apple, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Like, I love musicals anyway, but that era where they're just fucking insane, I love that. And that's what Cats reminded me of. So I was in the theater having a great time. And like, I think it was the night before, because they came out the same weekend. The night before, I was at Rise of Skywalker and left that mad. And then I'm in Cats, and I'm like, whatever. I like this one way better.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. Comparing those two movies.
Yeah, because
No, Cat
it's the
pants
opposite for
out.
you, isn't it?
No. Rise of Skywalker was like a way bigger letdown. Like a way bigger
'cause
letdown.
Cats was what it was. It was like it kind of wore its weirdness on its sleeve and was pretty unapologetic
Still
about
pretty
it.
terrible though. Like every stupid song was like it was about like the cat saying their name and then singing. Like, I'm Mr. Jelly Toots or something. It's like, this is so bad.
Billy liked The Last Jedi.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the trilogy wasn't a trilogy. It was a mishmash of garbage. And the middle one, I think Rian Johnson, he had something going. He was trying to give them something to play with, and it didn't work.
Yeah, the third one made me be, because I was fine with the two before it. Then the third one, I'm like, I don't even like those two anymore because they're pointless.
Yeah.
they're like rendered pointless.
100%. They're like, by the way, you watched 2 movies. Here's Palpatine. You're like, what? What? Why? Why? What's the point?
Snoke didn't matter. He was just...
Snoke did matter because we needed Kylo Ren and we needed Rey to leave their masters, their trainers, Snoke and Luke, to break away from their masters to go towards each other. That was an imperative moment of those films. Obviously, Kylo Ren's going to murder his, and Rey's going to just betray hers because she's the sweet light side, but it needed to happen. And then we got Dick All in the frickin' final movie.
And I feel like a lot of people left that one disappointed, whereas Cats, I don't know if anyone left it disappointed. I feel like they probably came out of it with whatever expectation they had going in.
Yeah. I had like terrible stomach flu that just came about while I was watching Cats. Like, I just like, as I was watching, I was getting sicker and sicker during the movie. And I left a couple of times to do diarrheas. I remember the diarrheas being like a very welcome break from the film.
Yeah.
But
that happened to me.
Toxoplasmosis.
That happened to me at a Tyler Perry movie, and I can't remember which one.
They all run together.
Kinda, yeah. Like I can't remember like if it was one of his dramas or comedies, but no, I had a bunch of jalapenos before going in, and they worked through fast. And in the movie, I had to get up and just fire that out. I go back in, sitting there sweating like I'm nervous watching the movie.
I saw Boo 2, A Medea's Halloween in theaters. It's the only Tyler Perry movie I went to go watch in theaters because I had like a movie pass, so I was like seeing literally everything. And it wasn't the worst movie I saw that week. It wasn't even like, I think it was like the third from worst movie. I think Disturbia or something, or Suburbicon. That was so bad. And then I saw The Snowman, I think, that week too. They were so
Snowman
bad.
was at least like hilariously bad to me.
It was so like Suburbicon was the worst that week. And we had a production problem at the theater where like the movie started an hour and a half late and then it shut down in the last 5-10 minutes, didn't even finish. It was just like the worst experience ever. But even with all that, I think the movie was the worst movie despite the terrible experience. I never really got Tyler Perry movies, never really watched at home either, but I was in the theater watching it, and like there's like families there and they're just laughing at dick and fart jokes. It's like Kevin Smith for Christians. So like,
dude,
I wasn't mad.
Any Tyler Perry movie that I go see, which I've seen a number of them in theaters, they're always like jam-packed, and that does like heighten the experience quite a bit.
There was this 8-year-old kid like stuffing popcorn in his mouth, little fat kid stuffing popcorn in his mouth, laughing his ass off at all the blowjob jokes, and I'm like, this, I can respect that. I can respect that. This little 8-year-old kid, he's a church boy. Obviously, everybody in the damn theater was religious, and this is just his outlet to have a little laugh.
I had my first packed house at a theater since pre-COVID. It was a couple weeks ago when we had to go see the Paw Patrol movie. And I thought it was going to be dead because it was simultaneously on streaming. So I'm like, okay, a lot of people are probably going to stay home and see this. I don't know. So I go in. We're stuck pretty close up front. Like by the end, it was like sold out. And it was like families with toddlers. And then me and Rob, our Gen X looking asses sitting there. Like, in this, and it probably looked weird because I had my like Oogie Loves tote bag with me that I like used to sneak sodas in. I'm like, dude, this is we got something to talk about in the review, don't we?
Yeah. I can't go to like packed movies yet. I don't want to be like packed in with people. So like
I don't blame you. Like neither of us thought that was going to be the case when we went to go see this.
I would have probably walked in and then like left immediately. I'd have been like, no, I'm not doing this.
Like, when we reviewed it, because we were mostly talking about that in the review. But like when we reviewed it, he's saying to me like, I swear to God, if I catch fucking Delta variant because of your ass asking me to go see the Paw Patrol movie of all things.
That would be the worst.
Yeah.
That would be
We're
the
watching
worst.
it. The logo comes on screen. One of the dogs comes out of the logo, and like all the kids in the theater shout the name of the dog at the screen. They go like Bubble or something. And Rob turns over to me just like, I hate you. Like, those are my favorite movie screenings. where it's packed and we're ridiculously out of place.
Yeah. That would be weird. That would be so. Yeah, I respect the ambiance there.
Yeah. I
don't want to be there though. I would be the one adult in the room, and every parent would look at me like, "Why is he here?" You know, like I can't go to the park and play Pokemon Go without parents looking at me like I'm a creeper. Had to quit playing Pokemon Go.
They were looking at us.
Ruin it for me.
It's there's been times when I've been in a kids movie and been the only one there. So it was, I think, Ice Age 5, and I'm the only one there, and I'm sitting all the way in the back, and the movie doesn't start. So I got to get up and be like, and find somebody like, yeah, the projector hasn't started. They're like, which theater? I go, theater number 5. And they're going, what movie is that? I'm like, Ice Age 5. And I go back in there. I'm sitting in the back, and right above me is the window for the projector. And I can hear the manager on the other side of it. And the manager is on the speaker with someone and just goes, I can hear her go, is there really just one guy in there? I should have held my hand up like, yo, you gonna fix this shit?
That's terrible. Have we exhausted? Have we exhausted the evening?
I think it's about time to wrap it up. Yeah.
Well, thank you for hanging with us through all our technical issues.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
It was a lot of fun, Brad. If you guys want to follow Brad, we got the links in the description. If you're not already, do it. And we'll be back again tomorrow. We'll be back again tomorrow, and then the day after, and then forever.
So, good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.